Hey guys, and we are live. Nadal versus Khachanov, the number 5 seed, and also the 20 Grand Slam champion, Rafael Nadal. I mean, he's looking for his 21st. Khachanov is actually a pretty tough opponent for Nadal. They've had some battles in the past, and Khachanov, the Olympic silver medalist, will be looking to cause the upset here. It could be a very tight match. I talked to Gil yesterday, Gil Gross, and he said he thought it would be 4 sets, but in favor of Nadal. Let me know what your thoughts are. Of course, we've got the poll as well on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. 7-0, though, is the head-to-head. So Khachanov's never actually beaten Nadal, but I think on these courts, this is probably Khachanov's best opportunity if he was to do it on this surface, honestly. I think that's what I would suggest. But you never know. Nadal might come out and blow him away or vice versa. So, yeah, 7-0. I think the last time they met was actually 2 years ago, to be fair, in the Davis Cup, and they had a very tight match at the US Open in 2018, which Nadal won 5-7, 7-5, 7-6, 7-6. So a very tight affair. And most of their matches, you can see quite a few tiebreakers and 6-4s in those results. So even though Nadal does have the edge in the head-to-head, and I'm sure that will play on Khachanov's mind, it's definitely still a very tight matchup for sure. Just watching also as well the Anisimova and Osaka match, and that is still going on. Osaka 6-5 up in the deciding set, and she is playing okay. She's playing okay. She's playing quite well. Anisimova is definitely inspired in the way that she's playing for sure. So yeah, really, really impressive stuff from her. Most of you going for Nadal to win so far, which is understandable, and we know why that's the case. And also, the longer he ends up winning matches, or the deeper he goes, in the tournament, the more people start talking about, can he win his 21st slam? Can he get in front of Novak and get in front of Roger, right, on 21 slams? And if that's the case, then he'll be in a very, very good spot. But we'll have to wait and see. Nadal to start us off here, though, at the Australian Open in this third round tie. Let's see how this one pans out. Let's go, Rafa. Vamos. And if you're Khachanov, let's go in Russian. Any Russians watching, let me know. Yeah, it's okay. It says Monfils yet to drop a set. He absolutely blew away Cristian Garin overnight. Unbelievable performance. And I actually predicted that he would destroy Garin. And it's not anything against Garin, but I'm not a massive fan of him in general, just in terms of his tennis. And I think he's a little bit overrated. His ranking probably doesn't reflect how good he actually is. I think he's worked hard to get there, but Monfils definitely playing really, really well. Right, here we go. Rafa to start us off here. And starts off with a serve down and teases the backhand of Khachanov, who goes into the net with a backhand return. So 15-love. A lot of people talking about Rafa and his serve being bigger this tournament. I haven't watched his matches in full. This is the first one I will be watching in full. So I will keep an eye on it. Also the kilometers per hour, and also how big it looks, because people are saying it's big. Osaka Anisimova, by the way, has gone to a tiebreaker, a final set tiebreaker. Oh, fantastic serve from Nadal down the tee. He's clipped the line. That's an ace. So that's probably what people have been talking about. He's hitting his spots there, Nadal. 30-love. Clipped the line there down the tee, and Khachanov nowhere near it. 200 kilometers per hour. So not bad at all. Not bad at all from Rafa. I think last year as well, he definitely took it as a year to work on his serve for sure. It was almost like a training year for him. He was injured for a lot of it. And he had some issues with his serve in terms of stats-wise, but I think he was trying to tweak things out. So interested to see whether that's now worked itself out. Good from Khachanov, clipping the baseline here from a second serve, and then wins the rally. Forehand to backhand. Nadal going down the middle with a backhand, then goes down the line with a backhand again. Khachanov tries to go down the line with his own backhand, but goes long. So 40-love here. So I might have to buy myself some Martengo gear, because it says Pognali. So Pognali and Vamos. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate it. Anisimova is 3-0 up in the championship tiebreaker, or the final set tiebreaker, which is to 10. So she's in the lead massively at tiebreaker. Big serve from Nadal out wide, and Khachanov goes long. So To be honest with you, from what people have been saying, I think the courts are quicker as well, to be fair, at the Australian Open. But the serve is looking quite potent in that first game. He holds to love. And a very quick and swift start from Rafa Nadal and Khachanov. We'll see what he's got. His serve has vastly improved in the last year or so, Khachanov's as well. So interesting to see how Nadal returns. He hasn't faced any real potent servers. This whole Australian Open, Hanfman is not a particularly big server. So we shall see how he deals with Khachanov's serve. It's 3-2, by the way, to Anisimova in that tiebreaker. So I'll keep you updated. The win predictor, though, here for Nadal versus Khachanov, 77% for Nadal and 32% for Khachanov. Interesting to see which way it goes, and not just which way it goes, but how long it takes for this match to resolve, how many sets it goes as well. I think a lot of people obviously backing Nadal, but Khachanov can be a very tricky customer, especially on these hard courts. Right, Nadal taking his time with the towel, as he always does, standing quite far back. Not as far back as Medvedev, or maybe just as far, actually. Here we go. Oh, nearly clips the line with a serve down the tee, Khachanov, but goes long. So a second serve here. Nadal steps up a couple of steps. And then, yeah, almost on the baseline pretty much on that return. Very interesting then. Whips the forehand cross-court, trademark forehand into the backhand of Khachanov. Forehand to backhand exchange here now. Then up the line, Khachanov tries to go, but goes along with the backhand. So love 15. And already Nadal has a little inroad here. Khachanov yet to win a point in this match, but obviously it's not been many points so far. In the other match, Anisimova is 4-2 up in the tiebreaker, and she's got one more serve. Right, here we go. Khachanov goes, clips the base, or clips the service line even with the serve. Nadal goes cross-court with the backhand, then goes down the middle. Good depth, though, from Nadal, and Khachanov goes long with the forehand. He's just struggling with the depth that Nadal is presenting to him early on here. Scare says, I just serve. Nadal did this time-wasting nonsense. If Nadal did this time-wasting nonsense when I'm serving. Not very sportsmanlike, is it, Scare? Anisimova, by the way, is 5-2 up, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, in the tiebreaker. So it's still a long way to go. His first to 10, but Osaka's going to have to come back. Love 30 here, though. Here we go. Good return from Nadal, just pouring into the backhand side of Khachanov. Shorter forehand, though. Khachanov trying to step in. Nadal in the rally, brings it back to neutral. And the forehand from Khachanov goes in, actually, but Nadal puts it away. Really good movement from Nadal, and then slams down the backhand at an angle. Khachanov not going to be able to get anywhere near that. 40 love, or love 40 even. And Nadal has 3 early break points here. The perfect start for Spaniard. Khachanov yet to win a point even in this match. You see the ball boy. He was so close to the ball boy. He just leant back. Scare says, what happened to play to the speed of the server? No, I get that, to be fair. I think the issue is it's more of a sportsman thing, right? And also, like, they don't have their towels. Normally the ball boys and ball girls bring their towels as well. That's the other thing, I guess. All good. Good volley from Khachanov. Very good play. It was a serve out wide, drag Nadal out. Then a forehand again out wide, cross court. Nadal moving across, but a good volley from Khachanov. So he saved 1 break point, but there's 2 more yet to save still. In the other match, by the way, 5-4 to Anisimova. So Osaka starting to gain a bit of ground in that tiebreaker. Here we go out wide, goes Khachanov, and then a slice cross court from Nadal. Another slice. Khachanov going cross court to the backhand. Nadal drives the backhand. What a winner. Goes cross court, Nadal. He switches from slice to a drive, topspin backhand, and he gets the early break here. 2 love to Nadal, and it's the perfect start for the Spaniard. And I'm sure he will be screaming Vamos inside his head. Didn't say outwardly, but it's a beautiful backhand as well from Nadal. And what an improved shot that has been over the years. I'm sure everyone knows this, but if anyone who doesn't, obviously, Nadal was he is a righty naturally, but his uncle got him to play as a left-hander just because he knew it'd give him a better advantage. So, and the idea was also to help his backhand, which is quite interesting. Right, 2 love here. Nadal goes, is he clipped the... No, I thought he just clipped the edge of the box there, going down the tee, but it's just gone long. So second serve here. Khachanov will be thinking, got to cash in here, make something happen. And talking and making things happen. And Anisimova 7-4 up in that tiebreaker. Good second serve from Nadal. Khachanov gets around it nicely, though. Good depth on the forehand side. But then the second forehand from Khachanov goes long. Wow. Okay, this is Osaka's out. Wait, does it go? Yeah, it's 10. It goes to 10. It's okay. You're getting a bit trigger happy. It goes to 10 in the final set. Right, 15 love here. And Nadal is looking okay. Khachanov's just looking a bit loose, to be honest with you. A bit tight, not quite settled. Nadal has just come out of the blocks pretty comfortably, honestly. He hasn't looked phenomenal, but he's looked very, very solid, and that's been the difference. Osaka, though, is 8-4 down, by the way, in the tiebreaker, so it's to 10, but she is struggling a great deal. Yeah, good serve into the body from Nadal. Short return from Khachanov. Oh, hello. Oh, nearly from Khachanov. It was a very short return. Nadal got up in the court, hit the forehand cross court. Khachanov read it, though. He sliced, trying to pass Nadal at the net. He almost managed to get that to drop in, but just went into the tram line. So 30 love. But good movement there from Khachanov. Very good movement. Let's try and get this to refresh. Oh, sorry, the scoreboard will refresh shortly. Don't know why. 30 love. Good serve out wide. The forehand of Khachanov then flicks the forehand cross court. Khachanov, does he get that back in? Yes, he does. It's a smash opportunity, but from the baseline. Has Nadal made that? Oh, he has. What a smash from Nadal. 40 love. Really good. I mean, the overhead is definitely a strength of Nadal's for sure. It's something that he barely ever misses, and that's a really good overhead from Nadal. Right from the baseline, actually on the tram lines as well. Feet on the tram lines, manages to hit the overhead down the line, right? Not just down the line, but clipping the line as well as he goes about it. Good serve from Nadal down the tee, then into out with the forehand. Good forehand cross court from Khachanov. Nadal goes backhand. Oh, the forehand from Khachanov actually went long. So that is 3 love. And I'll try and get this scoreboard to refresh, but it's 3 love to Nadal early doors here. 4 match points for Anisimova in the other match. She's 9-5 up, and it's her serve as well. Osaka did actually have match points. She had match points in the earlier on. Oh, and Anisimova's done it. It's a huge serve down the tee. Naomi Osaka is out. We're not going to be able to see that huge matchup between Barty and Osaka that everyone wanted to see. Everyone wanted to see Barty versus Osaka. We're not going to see it, unfortunately, because Anisimova has beaten Osaka in 3 sets. Really, really impressive win from the American. She's got some firepower, that's for sure. Really clean striker of a tennis ball, and she gets it done 4-6, 6-3, 7-6, coming from behind to win. Osaka didn't play badly. Anisimova, though, inspired. And she'll be disappointed, I think, mainly Osaka, with the fact that she had those match points, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, she definitely had match points. I think it was at 5-4 up. Anisimova managed to save those match points, hold serve, then went on to win. So very, very impressive. So saying, yeah, Osaka out. Huge upset. Absolutely huge. I'm really upset that we're not going to see Osaka Barty. I think it would have been a great match. Osaka looks okay. I think she'll be fine after. Mentally, she looked good. She didn't break down in a way that would make you think, okay, she's not 100% kind of mentally ready to be playing these types of matches. She played really well. Right, 3 love here. Rafa Nadal against Khachanov. Khachanov's recent record versus the top 10, he's won 0. Wow, lost 11. It's not a great record to have, is it? Good serve out wide from Khachanov, though, and the backhand return floats long. So 15 love. Good start for Karen Khachanov. Khachanov will be thinking, just got to get on the... just really need to get on the board. Good serve down the tee. Then a good forehand as well. Very good. It was a short return from Nadal. He came up from the court. Khachanov put it away as he should. Really impressive stuff from Karen Khachanov, and much better from the Russian. Starting to storm through this game, this service game, which is good for him. He'll need to get that momentum, and he's starting to find it. A good service game will definitely help him out. 30 love here. Big serve out wide for an ace. Really good from Khachanov. 40 love now. and he's looking to hold to love here, which would be extremely impressive. Good stuff. Starting to hit his spots, Khachanov, and that's what you want to see if you're a Khachanov supporter or a neutral. You want to see a really competitive set of tennis. Tries to go down the tee and misses that first serve. There's a second serve here now. Nadal to have a look at. Steps up a couple of paces and then steps in almost on the baseline. And it's a beautiful backhand return winner from Rafa Nadal. Puts it away into win. And it's 40-15 though still. So Khachanov still should be able to close out this service game, but Nadal just making him know that he's still here and don't think you're going to have it easy on your serve. I'm still going to make you work when I can. Big serve there from Khachanov. Backhand return from Nadal. Nadal trying to whip the forehand down the line ambitiously, but goes into the tram line. So 3-1 to Nadal, still a break up. And very impressive stuff from Khachanov there in his service game. Only more of that, obviously a breakdown. So he's going to have to come from behind if he wants to win this set. Anisimova, obviously, for those who don't know, just beat Osaka in 3 sets. Saved match points as well to go on to win. Very, very impressive stuff from the American. And she's looking pretty good as well, I have to say. She's got sublime timing off the racket and really good mental fortitude from what it looks like as well. So let's see her against Barty. You'd obviously back Barty. I think people would have backed Barty against Osaka, but it's a shame we're not going to see it. I'm sure we'll see it in the future there at some point. Right, 3-1 here. And Nadal, I think, with a second serve, clipped the top of the net cord there, but gone long. The Spaniard 3-1 up, though, and a break as well. Yeah, fantastic. And the serve, I'm just having a look at the kilometers per hour. People said he's beefed it up. That's a huge serve, to be fair, just from what it looks like out wide. 200 kilometers per hour out wide. He's clipped the line there as well. 15 love. He's looking a bit trim in Nadal. Legs looking very solid. He looks in pretty good nick. When I say pretty good nick, I mean pretty good nick for him because he's an elite nick compared to anyone else. 30 love though here to Nadal. Another good serve, and Khachanov goes long with the return. This is really impressive stuff from Nadal, actually. He's just hitting his spots with his serve, and he's not giving Khachanov many looks at a second serve either. And talking on that, though, he will give him a look at a second serve here. 30 love. Khachanov very far back. Quite surprised about that. Let's see, does he step up for the second serve return? No, he doesn't. He actually moves across. It's a good second serve from Nadal. Bloody hell, right down the tee. Khachanov does well to get to that. And then Nadal whips the forehand cross court. 40 love. I'll tell you what, that was a really, really good second serve down the tee. That was fantastic from Rafa Nadal. Really impressive stuff for a second serve as well. Then whipping the forehand in trademark style to put away that short ball cross court. Winner spin rate, 3,857 revolutions per minute, I guess. RPM. Good to see RPM back. Good serve from Nadal, then goes in to win with the forehand really deep. Comes to the net, puts away an easy volley. Really impressive stuff from the Spaniard. 4-1 here. And Khachanov is going to have to come up with something pretty quick if he wants to turn this set around, that's for sure. Because at the moment, Nadal is very much in control of this set. Not many long rallies whatsoever. Not many points which Nadal looks like losing, honestly. And on the serve, he's looked very comfortable. And even on the return, obviously, all he needs is that break, right? If he's looking after his serve. And that's exactly what he's done so far. So, not sure how Khachanov is going to be able to penetrate the Nadal serve, because even when he's got looks, Nadal's still managed to either hit a very good second serve, and Khachanov's not returned as well as he probably would have liked. Early doors, though, in this first set as well, and the whole match anyway, generally. But 4-1 here, Nadal looking sharp in this match. And obviously, if he wins this, I think he will most likely face Karatsev, if I'm not mistaken, in the next round. I think it's between Karatsev, and I forgot who Karatsev's facing. But yeah, he will face Karatsev. So the winner of this, anyway, will face most likely Karatsev in the next round. So that's not an easy proposition either. But in saying that, I don't know how much harder Karatsev is than Khachanov, to be fair. I know obviously he had a good run last year at the Australian Open, but he hasn't quite replicated that. yeah, so Karatsev or Mannarino. Mannarino, obviously, a bit of a tricky customer, the way that he plays. They're actually playing, I think, yeah, they're next on Margaret Court Arena, so they will be playing, coming on after Osaka and Anisimova, so they'll be on shortly. Cross court forehand from Khachanov, then goes into out to Nadal's forehand. Nadal trying to whip that forehand. I think that's gone wide. It has. Nadal then just putting the ball away with the backhand to the ball boy. So 15-love, good start from Khachanov. They said it's a close call, but I thought that was quite far wide. Yeah, you can see there's very deliberate daylight there between the baseline and the mark. 15-love here, and Khachanov trying to have a bit of success on his serve. Let's see. Here we go. Goes to the backhand and Nadal. Good return from the backhand side. Then whips the forehand cross court. Backhand from Khachanov. Nadal goes up the line. What a forehand. It's a trademark Nadal forehand. Just whips it down the line this time. Clips the baseline. 15-all. And Khachanov is not having it his way at all. Alex says, hey, dude, I thought you were still in bed. No, I'm not. I'm up. Yeah, I've been watching this match from the start. So, yeah, the problem is that this was supposed to start at 9:30. And then I was like, oh, damn, like maybe I should just stream some of the Osaka match because it was going really well. Oh, good serve volley from Khachanov. Goes out wide with the serve. Nadal slices that return. Khachanov reads it, comes to the net nicely, and then puts away the backhand volley for 30-15. Yeah, I was watching the Osaka and Anisimova match. And I thought, this would be great to stream. This would be amazing to stream, but it was halfway through the match, and I had to set up the stream, and it's just really long. And I said, you know what, let's just wait for Nadal Khachanov. And obviously, it started nearly 45 minutes later or an hour later. Then it's scheduled to really big serve from Khachanov out wide, really impressive on the ad side. 40-15, clips the line there as well. Really good to see from the Russian. Yeah, Alcaraz Berrettini is why actually Barty and Georgi started so late. So that's the reason why this match has been so delayed. But yeah, really impressive match. I mean, it was at a really bad time for me. It was at, I think it started at 6 a.m. Into out from Nadal into the open court, 40-30 to Khachanov. But 10 winners for Nadal already to 4 from Khachanov. Yeah, Alcaraz Berrettini looked an incredible match. I'm quite upset a little bit because I wanted Alcaraz to go through. I actually picked him to go through as well. But to lose in a championship tiebreaker, it's not the end of the world. It's just that happens, right? Sometimes I do miss them going further. I know at Wimbledon they do go a bit further. They don't just do the tiebreaker just then. But you know, it is what it is. It's the format. It's definitely better than doing a tiebreaker to 7. Nadal just whipping that forehand into the net, not quite getting all of that. So 4-2 here. Nadal still in the lead though, and still a break up in this first set. I'd actually like to see Nadal versus Alcaraz on a hard court, because I think if Alcaraz has any chance about beating his so-called mentor, I guess, because they're both from the Rafa Nadal Academy, it would be at hard court. I wonder if Nadal, for example, if just hear me out. If Nadal made the final against Alcaraz, do you think Alcaraz would say, oh, you know what, it's a 21st slam, I'll take it. No, he wouldn't take it easy on him, would he? That wouldn't happen. Alex says Alcaraz is Nadal 2.0. Here's Nadal 1.0. He actually doesn't like being called Baby Nadal or Mini Nadal. And to be fair, I can kind of see why, because the way he plays is very different. He's very energetic like Nadal, but the way he hits his forehand is more akin to Roger Federer, to be fair. But he does have the whipping forehand if he needs to utilize it. So he's got very, very diverse looks on the forehand. Into out from Nadal after the serve, then whips that forehand cross-court backhand from Khachanov. Nadal goes cross-court with a backhand, then drives that backhand cross-court again with more power and depth. Good from Khachanov, though. Good forehand, clipping the baseline in return. Then a short slice from Nadal, and Khachanov tries to whip the forehand down the line, but goes into tram lines. Yeah, so Alcaraz actually, he says he's more modeled his game around Roger Federer, and he likes to think he plays like him. because he's a very aggressive player, Alcaraz, to be fair. And yeah, I think for Alcaraz, he's actually got a bigger serve than Nadal, which is quite interesting in terms of MPH, but obviously it's not as good in terms of placement, spot serving, etc. Good from Nadal cross court, and again, good cross court backhand, and Khachanov goes into the net. So 40 love here. Very comfortable game so far for Nadal. But yeah, he's so good off both wings, Alcaraz, and just really aggressive, to be honest with you, and good at the net, good composure. Alex says, no, man, Nadal will be ruthless in the final. He is chasing records. No, I mean, would Alcaraz take it easy on Nadal? Because Nadal's chasing, as you said, records. His 21st slam. Right, 40 love here. Nadal goes out wide and clawed back from Khachanov. It's a forehand approach down the line from Nadal. Khachanov actually reads it, tries to lob Nadal, but Nadal puts away the smash. So 5-2 here, and a very, very good start for the Spaniard and the 21 Grand Slam champion. It's going to be interesting to see, actually, obviously, depending on if Nadal gets through this match, how far he can go. He's got a very, very tough route. I think I talked about it in the preview to the tournament, and his, I guess, path to the final. Most likely, if Zverev does his job and Nadal does his, they will most likely meet in the quarterfinals. Shapovalov could potentially upset Zverev in the fourth round, which is, by the way, not an easy draw at all for Zverev. Shapovalov not playing great tennis though at the moment, considering how well he was playing for part of last year. So we shall see. But Zverev is, in the quarterfinals, is like the worst possible player he could play, apart from maybe Medvedev that early on Nadal. But we'll see how he goes. 5-2 up here. He just needs to do his job, I guess, and see what happens. And Khachanov will be thinking the same here. He needs to do his job on his serve and then try and get into Nadal's serve as soon as possible. Work on that return game, because at the moment he's struggling really to make inroads on the Nadal serve, which is not ideal. And he's just struggling to read, I think, the serve at all. Right, 2-5. New balls here. Khachanov going out wide with a service slice from Nadal, but into the net. He goes with the return. So good serve from Khachanov. Interesting attire as well. He's got really bright red shirt on and burgundy shorts. Interesting color combination. Then a yellow, a orange tick on his white trainers. Nadal in purple. He loves that purple shirt, actually. He wears quite a few purple and pink shirts, and he's got white shorts on as well, and of course his trademark bandana. Here we go. Second serve into the forehand. Nadal slaps that, and as soon as he slapped it, I thought that's going long, and it did. So 30 love. This is a very comfortable game so far for Khachanov. In terms of winners and unforced errors, so 6 for Khachanov in terms of unforced errors, 4 for Nadal, 11 winners for Nadal, 4 winners for Khachanov. So that's kind of where we're at in terms of those stats, which is in keeping with how the match has gone so far. Right, second serve here now for Khachanov to have a look at. Well, sorry, for Nadal to have a look at. Goes out wide, but Nadal goes round. It's the forehand, and then tries to. He tries to lasso a huge forehand cross court. Goes into the tram lines though, so that's 40 love to Khachanov. This is much better from Khachanov behind his serve. He was struggling to get easy points behind it, but he's starting to. A couple of mistakes from Nadal as well, though, have definitely made this match easier. There you go, Khachanov going out wide. Yeah, very good serve. Nadal actually tried to read the serve, which is interesting. He did a little bit of a Nick Kyrgios, stepping to one side, almost gambling that Khachanov would go down the tee. He misread either the ball toss or Khachanov's body shape, and Khachanov went out wide there. So good hold to love. 5-3 to Nadal, and he is very much still in control. And now he'll be serving for the set here. Here we go. Guys, as well, thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't done so, please do like the video if you don't mind. It really does help us out with the channel, and do subscribe to the channel as well if you want more content like this. we are doing at least one stream, if not 2 streams each day, maybe even 3, depending on how good the matches are and how it aligns with my sleep schedule. But yeah, we're doing daily roundups. We did a catch up with Gil Gross yesterday as well on the Australian Open. And in fact, we've got some bits coming out on Nadal and Djokovic's evolution of their serve with the channel Baseline Tennis. So with a tennis analyst who has worked with Holger Rune and actually Shapovalov in the past as well. So definitely knows his stuff. And it was a really, really good chat about the mechanics of the serve and how they've tweaked their serve over the years. So I'll release that probably on the weekend. Love 15 here. And look at that. Average speed, first serve, 197 kilometers. So really, let's just round up 200. Unreturned, 50%. His serve is definitely looking bigger than it did last year. I mean, I know he was working on it last year, so this could just be the end product. That's a big serve again, and it's a short return from Khachanov. Nadal goes cross-court with a backhand. Khachanov tries to go down the line with a forehand and goes long. I think the biggest difference I'm seeing is that Khachanov is not an elite returner, though, so it's probably not the best measure, but the way Nadal's serving at the moment, Khachanov's either not being able to get a racket on it, or it's going into the net, or it's a short return, or going long, right? There's not many returns that are going between a service box and the baseline, which is obviously the ideal, what you want. The return as deep as possible without it going out. A good serve again from Nadal out wide, this time to the forehand side of Khachanov from the juice side. Khachanov just pouring that return long. So 30-15 here. Trying to think what's 192 in miles per hour, because I know how much he serves normally in miles per hour. So let's have a look into miles per hour. 120. So that's I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, that's pretty much what he's serving. I guess that was his optimum speed, I would say, in the past. So he's 40-15 up here, by the way, Nadal, with 2 set points. But I guess he's serving it consistently, which I think is the difference. Big serve again from Nadal out wide. I think that's gone long from Khachanov. It has. So Nadal takes his first set, 6-3. Very impressive start from the Spaniard. A very quick and swift display. Half an hour gone of this third round tie, and Nadal is marching on and looking to get closer and closer to that 21st Grand Slam title. Let's have a look at the stats for the set. So 3 aces for Khachanov compared to 2 for Nadal. First set percentage, very impressive from both. 70% for Khachanov compared to 76% from Nadal. But the biggest difference here is, even though 71% behind your first serve is not a bad stat, it's okay, it's not bad. 100% for Nadal. So he hasn't lost a single point behind the first serve, which is unbelievable, or as he would say, unbelievable. And second serve points won, 50% for Khachanov compared to 80%. So Nadal's only lost 1 point behind his serve, according to this. Is that right? I think that is right, yeah, which is ridiculous in that whole set. In terms of return points won, you can see here, yeah, that obviously is exactly the same, just the opposite of what the serve stats are. And then winners, 5 for Khachanov, 6 unforced errors. So he hasn't played terribly in the set, but just not quite good enough. And for Nadal, 12 winners to 5 unforced errors. So really clean set, more than double the amount of winners to unforced errors. Let's have a look at net points. Here we go. Look at that. He's won all his points to the net. 80% for Khachanov as well. He's quite good at the net as well, to be fair. So, yeah, just a clean set from Nadal in the end of that set. 6-3, only dropped 1 point on his serve all set, which is really impressive. Let's see how the second set goes. If he plays similar to that, Khachanov will have to really raise his level to keep up with Rafa. Alex saying, Vamos Rafa. Yeah, Vamos Rafa indeed. See how he goes in the second set. Guys, well, thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate it. If you don't mind, please do remember to smash the like button. It's a big thumbs up button. It really does help us out. And do subscribe to the channel as well to get more streams like this. Also, if you want to be alerted to the streams and the new videos coming out, which we will be doing every day, multiple videos per day on the Australian Open, do click the notification bell as well to get alerted to those videos so you're aware of them. Right. A good start for Nadal. Very good start. It says head-to-head 7-0 to Nadal. So Khachanov, I think it was 7-0. Was it 5-0? I think it's 7-0. 7-0, yeah. Khachanov has never beaten Nadal. They've had quite a few close matches, a lot of tiebreakers and 6-4s, but Khachanov's just never been able to beat him. Right, serve out wide from Khachanov is a very good serve, by the way. Nadal slices, which he tends to do with that serve out wide on the backhand. Khachanov reads it, comes in nicely. It's a serve and volley opportunity, and he misses the volley, which is a really bad miss. So love 15, and I think there's a cockroach or a bug, I think they call it in Australia, bug on the surface. Good serve from Khachanov, though, out wide on the ad side. So 30-15, or sorry, 15 all even to Khachanov. Very interesting. I'm sure. I think what is it, Alex? Is it you who doesn't like the wrong way around cap? I think it is, isn't it? You don't like it, do you? It's quite funny. Backwards cap. Good serve from Khachanov. Nadal does well to get a racket on, and then a slice cross court. He's into the rally. He's on the defensive. Khachanov trying to go aggressive, and he does, but he goes wide with that in forehand. So he makes the mistake. He was on the front foot there and in the ascendancy in that rally as well, but just not being able to capitalize on it. 15-30 here, and Nadal has inroads early in this set. We go Nadal with turquoise headband and turquoise sweat bands as well. Bright purple shirt, and Khachanov's gone long with that forehand. His forehand is really, really struggling in this match. It's a good serve out wide. Nadal goes down the middle. It's decent depth on the return, but nothing special. Khachanov gets around it, rightfully tries to go into out with the forehand, and he just hits it so long. 15-40, and he has to save 2 break points here now. That forehand from Khachanov is suffering a great deal. He's just not hitting it and timing it sweetly at all. Here we go, 15-40, and a second serve here now for Nadal to have a look at. He's got 2 breakpoint opportunities here. Into the body, it's a good second serve. And then here we go, forehand cross court from Nadal into out from Khachanov. Nadal whipping that forehand long and goes, what am I doing? Come on, got to do better than that. Alex says, no, not me. Hewitt was one of the first to wear his cap backwards. I had no issues with it. Yeah, I thought it was quite cool. I used to love doing it as a kid. Now I just think I'm too old to do it, and I can't do it. I'm 27, like, forget it. Too old now, man. Too old. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Also, we've got some. So as I said, we've got a technical video with a professional tennis analyst who works with Holger Rune. Also has worked with Shapovalov, I said as well, didn't I? In the past as well. And we will also be releasing the Australian Open, myself and Venue playing at the Australian Open, of course, on some hard courts. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. It's a bit of fun. Right, here we go. Serve out wide from Khachanov, then goes into with the forehand, then goes down the line. Really good hitting, much better from Khachanov. Nadal just trying to stick in the rally here. Good depth, but very loopy forehands, not much pace on them. Then it's a short slice from Nadal. He tries to whip the forehand to pass Khachanov. It's an opportunity. It's a very acute angle, but he misses it. Khachanov brings it to juice. He saves the 2 break points. Nadal looks to his box to say that was a big chance, and it was. Maybe he should have gone down the line. Let's have a look. It was a cute angle, but you'd probably back Nadal to make those 9 out of 10, to be honest with you. You really would. He's the type of person that would, for sure. Alex says, are you in the twilight of your career, Fazan? I like to think I'm in my peak. Well, players are supposed to peak, right? At, 28 to 30 is like your peak years, apparently. They actually say that 30. The problem is that they say 30 for athletes, right? These people are not sitting on their asses, to say it in a polite way, working 9-to-5 jobs, etc. Nadal goes into the net with the backhand. That was an opportunity to again open up a break point. It's advantage Khachanov, and he's done very well to come from 40-15 down to advantage. Yeah, I mean, I'm still improving, to be fair. Like, I try to improve all the time. I don't think I've stagnated in terms of my tennis progression. I'm always looking to improve, but we'll see. We'll see. Here you go. Khachanov goes out wide, just misses that first serve. So second serve here for Nadal to have a look at. He'll be looking to go back to Deuce and try and push for that break point. Here we go. Goes into the body of Nadal. Does he? No, he doesn't. It's a double fault. Really poor at a game point, serving a double fault like that. Very, very tight. Alex says, for Monica Seles, her peak was probably 17. Yeah, I feel like for the women, for the most part, for some reason, I don't know why, but their peaks tend to be slightly earlier than the men, which is quite interesting. To be fair, some of the men peak really early as well. Look at Boris Becker. I mean, you peaked really early. So, of course, it varies person to person. But in general, your peak, they say, is around 30 or just before 30. We say the same for football players and stuff as well, right? Or soccer players, as people like to call it. Right, good serve from Khachanov down the tee. And he saves, well, doesn't save. He just takes it to advantage. So another game point opportunity here for Khachanov. He's doing his job on the serve for the most part. Obviously, apart from that double fault, he'll be hoping to not do the same again. Yeah, good serve, but good return from Nadal. Cross court, really good, sharp return on the forehand from Nadal into the backhand corner of Khachanov. Khachanov doesn't move well enough around it. Tries to go into him with the forehand. Goes long. I'm not sure why Khachanov's not utilizing his backhand more. His backhand's really solid. Probably more solid than his forehand. It's not as aggressive. Doesn't have as much on it, but it's a lot more reliable, I would say. But I mean, what do I know? I'm not him. So I'm not a tennis coach either. Juice, here we go. Juice number 3. Big serve out wide from Khachanov. Really good serve. And Nadal slices into the tram line. So advantage again. Nadal trying to keep on knocking on the door. But apart from those 2 early breakpoint opportunities he had in this service game, Khachanov has not let him go back to opening up another one. It's advantage Khachanov, and he'll be looking for a big, big serve. The Russian with his white baseball cap backwards and red shirt and burgundy shorts goes down the tee, but it's just gone long that first serve. So it'll be a second serve here now. Nadal is trying to step in a little bit. Let's see. Is he still stepping in on the second serve? Yes, he is. He's just past the baseline, then whips the forehand cross court. Here we go. Backhand cross court as well. He's trying to hold his ground here, Nadal, which is good. He's not going back. Here we go, backhand to forehand of Khachanov, and the Khachanov forehand has just been misfiring throughout this whole match so far. It goes long under the pressure of the Nadal backhand, which is crazy to say, right? And it's now juice. Not to say Nadal's backhand's not good, but Khachanov's forehand should really be breaking down to Nadal's backhand. To the forehand side, you can understand for sure. Right, juice here again, and Nadal has an opportunity to open up a break point. Khachanov is just thinking, come on, need to get through this game. It's the first game of the second set. He does not want to be conceding the early break as he did in that first set where he got broken straight away after Nadal had held serve in that first game. Oh, just saying sorry. Here we go. I reckon he's going to go down the tee. He does go down the tee, and it's a forehand return from Nadal. Good depth, but it's a loopy return. Slice down the line, and then that's much better from Khachanov. Not sure why. See, he just hit a backhand down the line winner. Really easy. Just caressed it into the corner for a winner. Not sure why he hasn't utilized his backhand more. Not sure why he keeps on running around his backhand so much. This time he goes, no, going to hit it. And rightfully so he does. So it's now advantage to Khachanov again. Nadal still trying to make something happen here. I think he sniffs a little bit that if he gets the break in this game, he could be halfway into the next round. Big serve from Khachanov, but just missing the line. So second serve here now for Nadal to have a look at. Oh, it's a double fault. He's not liking that serve on the ad side. That's the second double fault in this game, and it's from exactly the same side, the ad side. So back to juice. Juice number 5, we're going to be here forever. We're going to be here forever. Guys, as well, thank you very much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Please do remember to smash the like button if you don't mind. It's a big thumbs up button. And do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell as well to get alerted to all the new videos. Really does help us out. Big serve from Khachanov down the tee. Really big serve down the tee from the big Russian. That's a fantastic serve. And it's an ace. Advantage to Khachanov. 5 aces for him so far, 2 for Nadal. Khachanov doing really well there. Just needs to find another big serve like that on the ad side, which is the side he's struggled with the most. Here we go. Goes out wide, misses it. So it's a second serve now. Let's see. How much is he struggling on that side? It's weird, right? Because sometimes you will, from one side of the court, be a lot stronger on your serve, and the other side not really as much. And you can serve aces and doubles like in tandem. It's so strange. So it's a second serve from Khachanov. Nadal goes down the line with a forehand. It's a really penetrating forehand return. Khachanov gets across but isn't able to move quick enough to it and just fends it off, and it just p-rolls into the net. So back to deuce, and Khachanov is under a lot of pressure here. Here we go, deuce number 6. Big serve out wide. Nadal goes backhand, and oh dear, it's a really good backhand return from Nadal. Good angle found on it. It's really low at the ankles of Khachanov. I think Nadal knew Khachanov was going to come into the net, because that serve out wide, for the most part, he has ended up coming into the net, especially as Nadal has been slicing that backhand. He goes, no, I'm not going to slice that. I've read that. And he absolutely destroys a backhand cross-court right at the ankles of Khachanov, and Khachanov cannot get anything over. So it's a breakpoint opportunity for Nadal. Breakpoint number 3. Game duration, 11 minutes. Crazy. Come on. No one wants to budge here. Big serve from Khachanov down the tee. Slice from Nadal down the middle on the backhand side. Then a forehand slice just to stay in the rally from Nadal. Short though. Nadal hits an approach. Sorry, Khachanov hits an approach even cross court to the Nadal backhand. He tries to lob Khachanov and goes long. So back to deuce. Deuce number 7. Oh my God. This is crazy. I'm trying to think about what's the longest game I've ever seen, as in singular service game. And I think I've seen one that's been 20 minutes. Have I? Is that an exaggeration? Let me know in the chat. What's the longest game you've seen, service game, in a match? Or good backhand return from Nadal. It's a serve out wide from Khachanov. Backhand to forehand exchange here. Now Nadal just winning that exchange again. He's winning the cross-court backhand to forehand exchange with Khachanov, which is, again, very weird to say that Nadal's dominating as well as he has been. It's another breakpoint opportunity for Nadal here. Very interesting. Breakpoint opportunity number 4 in this game. Very, very interesting. Right, let's see. This is a side that Khachanov has been struggling on. Is Nadal going to really just beat him into submission on the return? So it's a second serve here. So you might do, let's see. Khachanov, I feel like this game is taking a lot out of him, especially if he loses this game and gets broken. It will take a lot out of him. Oh, it's a return from Nadal. It's kept the baseline with the backhand. Khachanov goes wide. Nadal gets the early break here. It's 1-love in this second set. Nadal gets the break straight away in this second set. I think that was 7 deuces, and the game, if I'm not mistaken, went on for about 12 minutes. That's a really, really important break for Nadal, and I think he's probably feeling like, you know what, that's it. I'm on my way here. I'm going to get this done and get this done really efficiently. It's the third round. Khachanov is worthy of being a fourth or quarterfinal opponent, but Nadal will be looking to try and get this done in straight sets. And so far, so good for the Spaniard. A very, very good break of serve. Khachanov, can't say too much against him. I mean, look, there was 7 deuces there. Nadal kept on knocking on the door. The only thing I can say about Khachanov is those 2 double faults on the ad side when he had game points definitely, obviously, would not have helped. So unfortunate in that instance. But the pressure telling, and unfortunately Khachanov breaking under it. So Nadal a set and now a break up in this second set. Can he consolidate it? He's been serving pretty damn well around the 120 mile per hour or 200 kilometer per hour mark consistently. His serve's definitely it's got a bit more on it than it had in the last maybe year or so, for sure. And he's hitting his spots quite nicely. Can he continue to do that? Because if he does, it's going to be a very tough set again for Khachanov. Right, here we go. Set and a break up here. Nadal serving to consolidate the break. Nadal going down the tee to the backhand of Khachanov, but it's a let first serve. Nadal has that preparation, right, where he kind of does his hairband, make sure he kind of brushes his hair out of his face, and then sorts out his shirt, and then sorts out his wedgie as well. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's just a whole routine. Here we go. First serve down the tee to the Khachanov backhand. Decent return to even get anything back on that. Then tries to go cross court with his backhand. Goes wide. So 15 love. Just getting caught there a little bit, Khachanov. It looks like sometimes he's in an awkward position. It's almost like he's being rushed, which I can understand at times. Nadal can rush you depending on how cleanly he's hitting through that ball. Here we go. Big serve down the tee. Good return from Khachanov. Good depth. Nadal goes cross court with a forehand into out from Khachanov. And Nadal makes the mistake, whipping the forehand into the net. That was a very good return from Khachanov, and it set up the point nicely. Moved well round his backhand to hit that forehand return. It was down the middle, but it didn't matter because it had very good depth, and it got him into the rally straight away. Nadal not quite expecting that, I would imagine, as well. Right, 15 all here. Khachanov on his toes, keeping himself nice and warm. He's ready. Oh, good serve out wide. Khachanov slicing deep. Nadal whipping that forehand into out, then goes backhand down the line. Slice from Khachanov. Nadal steps in and whips the forehand cross court, but then stays back onto the baseline. Another good forehand cross court, then whips it again. He's really got Khachanov on the ropes here, then goes into out. It's the classic Rafa combination. How much... Oh my God. How much have we seen this and how good is that? It's the whipping forehands. He's just using that angle that he gets on that forehand cross court to just drag Khachanov out onto the backhand side. Khachanov just surviving, trying to survive in the rally. It opens up a huge amount of the court, and Nadal goes, thank you, now's the right time, and strikes with the into-out forehand into the open court, 30-15. Nadal goes out wide to the backhand of Khachanov. Khachanov goes long, so 40-15 here. And Rafa Nadal is marching on here at the moment. It's a good serve as well. And things, if you're serving well like that, it just gets you out of, sticky situations and also gives you those 3 points that you want. And he's managing to gain those, which is a huge, huge plus. Here we go, 40-15. Big serve down the tee. And it's a good return from Khachanov, though. Here we go. Slice from Nadal. Khachanov coming to the net. It's a backhand slice, but the backhand slice from Nadal goes long. So 40-30. Khachanov got a little inroad here. It's a really important next point here for Nadal. Doesn't want to get taken to juice and have the same type of game we had in that previous game where Khachanov got broken after 7 juices. Here we go, 40-30 here. Nadal going out wide with the serve, then whipping the forehand cross court. Khachanov getting that back cross court. Nadal goes down the line with the forehand, comes forward, and then whips an in forehand for a winner. It's 2-love here. Nadal marching on. Khachanov is probably thinking, I'm not now playing particularly bad tennis, but Nadal's level has not dropped whatsoever. Khachanov will need to raise his level even further to have a chance in this set, you would imagine. The problem is that early break as well, right? He got broken so early. Even if he takes care of his serve, he just hopes that Nadal doesn't serve as well as he has been, and then also has to expect himself as well to return extremely well. So yeah, really, really good stuff here from Nadal. He's 2-love up. Khachanov looking, though, to keep it to just 1 break. Big serve out wide from Khachanov. Slice from Nadal. Khachanov comes up. It's a short slice. And volleys. Khachanov volleys wide. That's a bad miss from Khachanov. It's the right play. It was a slice short from Nadal. Khachanov comes forward, hits the approach into the backhand corner of Nadal. And actually, he's got an easy volley. And you'd expect him to put those away. He's a pretty good volleyer at the net. Just overdoes the volley a little bit and just swerves into those tram lines. Right, here we go. Love 15. Khachanov already under a bit of pressure here in this game. Goes out wide to the forehand of Nadal. Again, a short return. And yeah, this time Khachanov puts it away. Good serving from the Russian. And that will put him in good stead. Nadal will be a little bit disappointed with that return. That's 2 shorter returns there from first serves. Maybe thinking, no, need to get that deeper. Can't be giving him those types of 3 points. But Khachanov will be happy with that for sure. 15 all here. Khachanov just looking up at Nadal saying, oh, okay, there he is. Where's he going? Oh, it's a beautiful serve down the tee on the juice side. 30-15. And Khachanov doing the business there on that serve. Very impressive stuff. You can see there, so it's supposed to be half capacity, the Rod Laver Arena. So not full capacity because of the pandemic. So yeah, half capacity. There looks like there's another bug on the court, and he's saying, "Come on, it keeps on happening to me." He's just, there's a bug that keeps on. Oh, it's hilarious. Hatch was like, "Let's just get on with it." It's so funny. The ball boy's just like, he's literally slapping it away. It's quite funny. That's so funny. Hatch was just like, just get on with it. If I step on it, I step on it. And they're like, no, you need to move to one side. Right, 30-15. Here we go. Khachanov goes down. Oh, he goes out wide with the serve. Nadal gets a racket on it, but goes wide with the forehand return. It's a good serve. I wonder what Nadal thinks about that returning, though. Is he saying, okay, that's a good serve, or is he thinking I should be getting that back in? I'd imagine, knowing Nadal, he's thinking I should be clawing at least something back into court. Here you go, 45. Good serve from Khachanov again. It's a slice from Nadal into the middle of the court, but decent depth. Backhand again down the middle. Khachanov goes up the line with the forehand. Good depth, clips the baseline. It's a shorter backhand from Khachanov, not much on it. Nadal steps in, tries to drive the backhand down the line, but goes into the net. So 2-1 to Nadal here. He's a breakup, but Khachanov takes care of his second service game in this set. Nadal still marching on. Guys, as well, there's a few of you in the chat, so thank you very much for tuning in. Please do remember to smash the like button if you don't mind. It's a big thumbs up button. Really does help us out. And do subscribe to the channel as well for more streams like this. If you have already liked and subscribed, thank you. I do appreciate it. You're all legends for tuning in. And do click the notification bell as well to get alerted to all the new videos. We're doing multiple streams per day and also doing daily roundups of the day's play and previewing the next day's matches, on top of also having some guests on. So we had Gil Gross on yesterday to talk about the Australian Open, and we have some technical analysis from a professional tennis analyst talking about Nadal's serve and actually Djokovic's serve and evolution. Obviously, Djokovic not playing, but it's still a very interesting listen and watch. Booty Herman says, I really hope Nadal can win the Australian Open. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to kind of openly say that I'm a bit of a Rafa fan. I'm more of a tennis fan first and foremost. I think it's going to be tough for him, no doubt. I think the route to the final is very difficult, considering he's most likely going to face, if he does get through, obviously, the rounds, Zverev in the quarterfinals, and I think he would go into that the underdog. In saying that, though, you never know. I mean, look, he is one of the GOATs, and there's a reason for that, because he fights. He's only won here once at the Australian Open. If he wins here, actually, it will be alongside Djokovic. He would have won each tournament twice, which is a fantastic achievement, obviously, right? The double career Grand Slam, but we'll see how it goes. Needs to get past this match first, one match at a time. Medvedev and Zverev definitely the favourites, though, I would say, for sure. Here we go. Nadal 2-1 up and looking to, again, consolidate that break he has. Interesting to see if there's a period when Nadal's serve just lets him down a little bit and he's not quite hitting his areas and not making as many first serves, and then how he deals with it. Oh, double fault. So, yeah, there we go. Double fault, start off. Love 15. We saw quite a few of those double faults last year. Haven't seen too many of those in the Australian Open so far, which has also been a positive sign. All right, love 15 here. Big serve from Nadal. It's a return, very short return from Khachanov. Nadal clips the net goal with a forehand. It's a lob from Khachanov, and Nadal smashes behind Khachanov. Bit unfortunate, really, for Khachanov, but could have done a bit better with that backhand. He actually made there in good ground. I reckon he could have just hit a dry backhand. Not sure why he hit the lob. And if he was going to hit the lob, he need to do better than that. It was, not particularly good lob from the Russian. 15 all here. And Rafa not in a bad position. He hasn't had to save any break points yet as well. So interesting whether he'll have to save any at all. Right, in to win from Nadal and Khachanov. Oh, has he made that? Oh, he's just missed it. That's really unlucky from Khachanov. Nadal goes in to win. Khachanov's reading the approaches from Nadal quite well. It's just the execution, that last finishing touch is not quite there. Goes backhand cross court with the pass and just misses the line. So 30-15 here for Nadal, and Nadal thinking, okay, got away with that one a little bit. E-Machine 34 says, I hope Nadal loses. He was vocal against Djokovic. I don't think he was. I'll address that in a second, actually. Good serve from Nadal out wide. Is it? No, second serve here. He wasn't. I don't think he was vocal against Djokovic. He just said that he knew that this potentially might be an outcome because obviously, you know, the requirements were to be double vaccinated. But he said he does sympathize with it. And he also said that, you know, obviously it's a good thing if Djokovic plays and he wants the situation to get resolved. So I think maybe his words taken out of context a little bit. And he was in support, just not the same as some of the other players like Isner, etc. And that's up to him. But yeah, I don't think he was against him at all. From what I've seen, he said, you know, he gets on well with him and obviously he wants him to play and hopes he's okay, etc. Anyway, good serve from Nadal out wide and Khachanov goes into the net, so 40-15. Nadal going into the body of Khachanov, but goes long with that serve. So it'll be a second serve here, 40-15. He'll be thinking, let's just get it done here without any messy business. No juices, no break points to save. You know, second serve. Oh, it's a double fault again. Uh-oh. Yeah, he shakes his head and he's not happy at all. That's very interesting. That's a little bit worrying as well to serve two doubles in the same game. I did say you might have to face a bit of controversy, especially with this slightly new serve that he has. So let's see. Nadal 40-30 up here. Here we go. Big serve out wide. Very good serve. Then goes into out early with that first 1+ shot. It's a good lob from Khachanov. Smash opportunity for Nadal. He gets there. Khachanov somehow still in the rally. Nadal goes in to win. And Khachanov with a beautiful backhand on the line. What a point from Khachanov. Wow, he slipped onto the floor there. He still managed to somehow get something back on it. It was an in-to-win forehand from Nadal. Quite predictable, I think, unfortunately. And Khachanov gets across and hits a beautiful backhand down the line to pass Rafa Nadal. Unbelievable pass on the backhand side from Khachanov. Really impressive and takes it to juice. So, as I said, Nadal wouldn't have wanted it to be messy, but it's going to be a little bit messy here now with Khachanov passing him beautifully with that backhand. So we're at juice now. Nadal will be thinking, come on, should have put that away. And he'll be right in thinking that. Big serve into the forehand side, then into win from Nadal again. Goes with the forehand and goes up the line this time. Khachanov surviving here with a slice. Clips the baseline Nadal with that forehand. Then goes cross court. Khachanov's definitely staying in this rally. He's not getting overawed at all. There's not a lot of pressure from Nadal here. Slicing into the backhand of Khachanov. Khachanov stepping in another slice to the backhand of Khachanov. Khachanov again going into the backhand. Backhand to backhand. Then a slice from Khachanov. Rafa goes into out with the forehand. Forehand cross court from Khachanov, backhand to forehand exchange here. Nadal goes drop shot with the slice. Nadal puts it into the open court after a retrieval from Khachanov, and it's a slice, a short slice from Nadal and goes into the net. It's advantage Khachanov, and he's got a break back point here. He's got a break point opportunity to break back here. That last rally was 30 shots. Really impressive stuff from Khachanov to stick in there, to be honest with you. It's a good retrieval for that first drop shot. Nadal staying in there. I think there's a couple of times when Nadal thought the point might be over or he'd potentially gone long actually with a forehand and then moved a little bit late. But very interesting point for sure. Back and forth. Nadal will be thinking, need to do a bit more on that. But you'll have to save his first break point in this match. Let's see how he goes. Advantage down here, Nadal. Last rally as well, 30 shots, so a very substantial rally to say the least. Here we go. Big serve from Nadal out wide. Khachanov with a short return into out. Forehand from Nadal, putting away that short ball. So straight back to juice. That's how you do it, I think, to be fair to Nadal. Really impressive way to just swat away that break point like it was nothing. So we're back to juice now. Khachanov using the towel there, thinking, okay, time to reset because that break point has come and gone like that. Right, here we go. Nadal at juice. Big serve down the tee, but misses the line. So second serve here. Khachanov, I'm assuming he's going to try and step in. He's gone, let's see, he's taken one step forward. Still a fair bit behind the baseline, I would say. Let's see. Yeah, no, just moves laterally rather than going forward. So the momentum not really with him there. Into the body goes Nadal. Very good second serve. And Khachanov doesn't move around it well enough. Goes into the net, does Khachanov with the forehand. So Nadal advantage here now. Can he avoid multiple juices? Can he get the job done here? Let's see. Advantage here in game point. The first little bit of controversy he's had on his serve. Can he come through it trumps? Nadal goes out wide with the serve. Very good serve. He loves that serve out wide on the ad side and puts away an easy volley. Really impressive stuff from Rafa Nadal. Really good. And he's always so composed on the net. It was an easy volley, to be fair. I don't think anyone's missing that. 3-1 here, and he consolidates the break. Khachanov will be a little bit disappointed he didn't do a bit better with that break point. But in saying that, it was a good serve for that break point as well from Nadal. So getting the job done, making sure there's no hiccups on his serve so far in this match. All right, here we go. Khachanov now trying to keep it to just a break. Oh, big serve down a tee, but goes quite a bit long there. Khachanov's just second serve here now. Khachanov going into the body of Nadal. Nadal somehow getting something on it, but very short. Into the rally though now. Khachanov not cashing in. Then a very good backhand on the line from Nadal. And Khachanov tries to lob Nadal and goes long. Khachanov will be disappointed there because Nadal's return was very, very interesting, to say the least. It was, just ported it back, really. But Khachanov, in the end, just managed to somehow bring it back to neutral for Nadal. So love 15 here, by the way. Khachanov under a little bit of pressure already. Big serve out wide, but again, just missing it. So second serve here for Nadal to potentially pounce on. Let's see, is he going to be close to the baseline as he has been? It's interesting to see his return positions. Yeah, he is. And it's a good forehand down the line as well for that second serve return. Forehand to forehand exchange, then backhand. Cross court from Khachanov goes long. So love 30, and he's in a little bit of a bad patch here. Unforced error is 18 for Khachanov, and the problem is he's not hit a lot of winners either. So a little bit loose at times from Khachanov, not quite relaxed, I think, in his play. Love 30 here, and he'll be thinking, please let me come up with some big first serves. He does come up with one. Nadal, though, gets it back with the backhand. Really good drive forehand from Khachanov, but good recovery from Nadal on the forehand side. And then a huge backhand, cross court from Nadal at an angle. Huge backhand cross court. Opens up 3 break points, does Rafa Nadal. Really, really impressive. Let's have a look. So it was actually Khachanov going down the line with a backhand. Good. To be fair, it was a decent defensive shot from Khachanov. Nadal just swats it away with a beautiful backhand cross court for a winner. So 3 breakpoint opportunities here for Nadal now. Here we go. Khachanov at love 40. Goes out wide. Nadal goes long with the forehand return. So 15-40. Good serve from Khachanov. He needed that. He needed that first serve. Can he find another 2? Guys, as well, thank you very much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Do remember to smash the like button if you don't mind. It's a big thumbs up button. Really does help out the channel and helps us out if you don't mind. And do subscribe to the channel as well for more content like this. If you have already liked and subscribed, thank you very much. And do click the notification bell as well to get alerted to all the new vids. Good serve from Khachanov, is it? No, just missed the line. So second serve here now. Can Nadal pounce on the second breakpoint opportunity? Goes into the body. Nadal pulls it back. Good depth, though. Gives himself time. Loops that forehand cross court. Then goes up the line with the forehand. Khachanov Oh, Khachanov goes into the net with the forehand. It wasn't a hard forehand to hit. It was, to be honest with you, pretty neutral play from Nadal. And Khachanov gives away the second break of this set. So Nadal is now a double break up. And this set looks like it's pretty much gone as well. Nadal 4-1 up here and will be serving for 5-1. I was expecting a much more competitive match, to be fair, when I saw this was going to be a potential tie. But at the moment, it's been all one-way traffic, really, for Rafa Nadal. He's looked pretty damn good, for sure. Just having a look at that point again, the Khachanov did win. Unfortunately, to no avail, though, really, in the end, because he didn't get the break. But it was a phenomenal point. We need to see more of that from Khachanov, right? Unfortunately, he just hasn't been able to replicate that type of form throughout the whole match. It's only been in spurts and 1 or 2 points, and that's not ideal at all. 92% of you saying Nadal to win, which is no surprise there, of course. 8 likes. Come on, guys. Let's try and get the likes up to 15, if you don't mind. Really does help. It really, really does. I do appreciate it, if you don't mind. Yeah, let's see how this one goes, though. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how Nadal pans out for the rest of this tournament as well. It looks like so far he's going to be able to get through this one, which is obviously positive, but we shall see. But yeah, guys, please do smash the like button if you don't mind. Really does help us out, and subscribe. I do appreciate it. Great to have you guys on. Legends as always. Good to have a decent turnout. It's funny because we can have obviously this many people on, and then, you know, for some of the matches you have like 200 people on, and it's always great to have as many people on as possible. And you guys know I'm like, I always answer all the questions no matter how many people are in the chat, even if it takes me all day. Right, here we go. 4-1. Nadal going down the tee with the serve, then tries to whip the forehand cross court, misses it actually, goes into the tram line. So love 15 here. Obviously, that last service game wasn't smooth sailing at all for Nadal, but he'll be thinking, come on, let's not do the same again. He's definitely trimmed down a little bit on the upper body, Nadal. You can see he has. I guess he's getting a bit older as well. He can't carry around as much. His knees as well take a lot of strain at times. Of course, he's had issues with his knees in the past as well. Right, love 15 here. Second serve as well for Khachanov to have a look at. And goes into the forehand of Khachanov. Khachanov goes wide with forehand. Bad miss, I would say. I would say it's a bad miss, but it's a decent second serve for sure. 15 all here, Nadal. He's a set and 4-1 up, Rafa Nadal as well. So in a pretty good situation. There's a double break up in this set, but he won't want to give up a break. He'll want to be clinical. Can he be is the big question. Or serve out wide. Misses it. So second serve here now. It says any serves in the chat waiting to pounce as soon as Nadal loses a set. Fair enough. I don't know. Well, I'm not sure if any serves are in the chat. Oh, Nadal goes long with the serve. That's 3 double faults, if I'm not mistaken, in this set. It's not good. Serve is looking a little bit interesting in the last couple of service games. It looked good, very good in the first set. It's looked good pretty much for the most of this. Well, the first 2 service games, it looked great. But again, here, just failing on him a little bit. See. Yeah, but classic. He says a double fault, and then he just hits a huge ace down the tee on the ad side for 30 all. Really impressive stuff. Here we go. 30 all here. Rafa. I love how I call him Rafa like I actually know him. I really don't, do I? Here we go. 4-1 and 30 all. You serve down the tee. Khachanov, nearly a good return, to be fair. Nearly clipping the baseline with that backhand return, but goes long. So 40-30. Looks like it might be a straightforward game after all, after that double fault, but we shall see what Khachanov has to say about that. Here we go. 40-30. Nadal going down the tee. Does he make that? No, he doesn't. So it's a second serve here for Khachanov to have a look at. Khachanov will be thinking, time's taken to juice again. I'm going to keep on knocking on the door. Nadal sweating a lot. It does look baking though there, doesn't it? I wonder how hot it is in Australia. All good return from Khachanov. Really good. Nadal just surviving at the moment at this point. He's very far back in the court. Nadal stepping in though with a drive backhand slice from Khachanov, then in to win from Nadal, but goes long. Oh, I tell you what, that was a missed opportunity for Nadal. It's a big mistake, actually. He did really well with the drive backhand down the line, stepped in, and it was a good opportunity to whip that forehand into the backhand corner. He doesn't tend to like to hit the approach into out or to the forehand side, which I guess I can kind of understand because most people, their forehands are their strength. But I think at times it's probably quite a good tactic just as a change up. I feel like it becomes a little bit predictable, and Khachanov's read it quite a lot. That's a good serve though from Nadal. Very good serve out wide on the juice side. He's definitely been hitting that more for sure in this match than I've seen in a bit of time. Good serve and advantage now to Nadal. So the serve getting him out of a little bit of a sticky situation there. Can he find another big serve? Does 5-1 beckon for Rafa Nadal? Yeah, big serve out wide, is it? Nope. So it's a first serve, sorry, after a let. Here we go, Nadal. Oh, first serve into the net. Oh, don't double fault. Come on. I feel like that was me the whole of last year. Watching Nadal was like, please don't double fault. Yeah, especially on the bigger points as well. There we go. Second serve into the backhand of Khachanov. Backhand up the line from the Russian and slice cross court from Nadal. Slice again. Cross court shorter. Khachanov comes up in the court. Oh, wow. That's genius from Nadal. I tell you what, Khachanov didn't do anything wrong there. He goes with the cross-court forehand to approach the net. Let's have a look again. And Nadal goes cross-court. It's a looping backhand cross. Just a pass. It's just, I'm not joking. You can see the replay. It's a nudge, really, past and behind Khachanov. Really impressive stuff from Nadal. Very good tennis IQ. And why are we surprised by that? We're not. Average forehand topspin speed is increased by 12 kilometers per hour. Khachanov's forehand, so more comfortable on that forehand for sure. Good serve from Khachanov, though. Very good serve to go 15-love up. He's serving to stay in this set. Alex says Kecmanovic profiting from Djokovic's absence. $330,000 guaranteed already. Yeah, it's a good story, isn't it? I mean, obviously not good that Djokovic isn't here. Everyone wants Djokovic to be in the Australian Open. I've said it openly multiple times. A good serve from Khachanov out wide again on the ad side, so 30-love. 2 aces in a row. But yeah, like, you know, obviously the one person that has really profited is Kecmanovic because he would have lost that first round, I think we can safely say, unfortunately, because Djokovic is the best player in the world. And yeah, I mean, he's now managed to go on a little bit of a run, so good for him. Another serve from Khachanov. So that's 3 aces in a row. 40-love. He can go through these phases where he starts serving loads of aces. To be fair, Khachanov just hasn't really been able to do it consistently at the right times. I mean, he's 2 breaks down now, so not an ideal way to do it. Right, we go. Oh, big serve from Khachanov out wide. That's 4 aces in a row. So a game full of aces from Khachanov. I don't see that a huge amount. That's a really impressive game. A perfect service game. 4 aces for Khachanov. 5-2 though still. And Nadal will now serve for the second set at 5-2 up. Alex says, have you played any club competitions for Zahn? I used to play singles and doubles combined competitions, 4 players per club. I have played a few doubles. So with my club is part of leagues, obviously, as you'd expect. I've played some doubles matches. I'm not a huge fan of doubles, if I'm honest with you. It's quite good fun, but it's just obviously a huge amount relying on your opponent. You have to have very good chemistry as well. Know Make sure you're moving up in court at the same time to volley, for example. Have good communication as well. Not be afraid to talk to each other about tactics, etc. And have, I think, good kind of court chemistry. So which is pretty good fun. I played a couple of them. I'm more a singles type player. Unfortunately, the leagues that we're in, we don't, like, we've only entered doubles leagues for some reason, so we don't have any singles leagues. We have obviously our internal club championships, which happen every summer, but apart from that, we don't have, we haven't entered singles tournaments. I'm thinking of entering just like regional tournaments to play singles, but I want to be in like a position where I feel I'm at least near the type of form, near my kind of, I guess, top desired form, to then give myself the best possible shot of progressing as far as possible. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe this summer I'll enter some of those as well, on top of just doing the kind of double stuff. All big from Nadal, good serve out wide, and then shorter return from Khachanov, and an in-to-out forehand from Nadal into the open court. So 15 love. We also do have box leagues as well, actually, that we've started. Venue actually started them at our club for singles. So obviously playing internally throughout the whole. We play those all year round, which is quite cool. Here we go. Good return from Khachanov, though. Good depth. Nadal goes cross-court with the forehand, looping that forehand, backhand down the line, backhand to backhand, then a slice from Nadal. Khachanov going down the line with the backhand. Nadal changes it up and goes with the drive backhand cross-court. Hits a looping forehand short, then backhand down the line. Oh, tried to find the line there, Nadal, with that backhand, just drifting wide. So 15-all. Obviously, Nadal serving for the set and to go 2 sets to love up. Alex says Melbourne is packed with tennis clubs, probably one in every suburb. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, I think we've got quite a few here in the UK, to be fair, as well. I think the biggest issue in the UK is the weather, to be fair. But we've got like courts that drain themselves. They're more like artificial clay and artificial grass, etc. But yeah, 15-all. Alex, at the moment, do you only play against venue? No. So there's box leagues, right, which I said. So which you play internally with people at the club. So there's different leagues, etc. There's like 11 different leagues. There's quite a few players at my club. Into-out forehand from Nadal, really impressive after the serve down the tee. So 30-15 to the Spaniard. I play with him every week, but I also play box league matches. And then also we have a double sessions as well, like team training sessions each week as well. So yeah, that's quite a lot. I play about 3 times a week, to be fair, which is not bad. 30-15 here. Nadal goes out wide with the serve, then flicks the forehand down the line. Cross court from Khachanov, backhand from Nadal, cross court. Then Nadal goes into out with the forehand. Slice from Khachanov. Oh, it's a backhand from Khachanov and goes long. So 4-15 and set point here for Rafa Nadal. Alex says, you got any trophies? No, I've only started playing. So I used to be, I think I've said this before, like I got picked up by a Junior Wimbledon tennis initiative when I was really young, but stopped playing at 13 or 12 actually. Only started playing again at the age of about 19, 20, probably, even for a club. Nadal goes down the tee and Khachanov goes into the net. So 6-3, 6-2. Nadal takes the first 2 sets here. We'll go for the set stats for set 2. I only started playing again now, and so haven't played enough tournaments to win a trophy, unfortunately. Right, here we go. Set 2. 7 aces for Khachanov, 1 for Nadal, 2 double faults for Khachanov, 3 for Nadal. So there's all 3 of those in that set, as we said, and not ideal. First serve percentage, though, good from both, above 70. The first serve points won, again, pretty much, let's just say same at 68 and 71. But second serve points won. Khachanov only won 1 of his second serve points, which says a lot about how Nadal's attacked that second serve and how Khachanov has struggled behind it. 50% for Nadal, which is not bad on a second serve. And then winners on full serve. So not the best of sets for Nadal in that department. And we did see him be a bit more loose at times. 10 winners and 12 unfull serves, 11 winners and 14 unfull serves. The one thing I would say about the winners to unforced error count is that it's a little bit misleading at times because obviously forced errors are not counted into it, which is a bit of a shame, right? Like you need to have forced errors counted in or accounted for even because they're really key. Diggs BTW says, hey, what's up? Nothing much. What's up with you? Thank you for tuning in as well. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. I know a lot of you have liked and subscribed already, so thank you, appreciate it. If you haven't done so, if you don't mind, do drop us a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and click the notification bell as well, so you can get alerted to all the new videos. If you're watching on Twitter, you can retweet the stream if you don't mind. Read us, help us out. Like the stream as well. And if you're watching on Twitch, like Diggs, BTW, you can, follow us on Twitch and also like the stream as well. Right. So look at this. I like this physical battle that they've got from Emphasis. Hitting load, high intensity changes, work rate, total distance. Interesting. 0.53 distance covered by Nadal, 0.59 from Khachanov. Interesting. Sprints only 1 from Nadal. Alex says, can I ask, do most people living in London rent all their lives? I heard property prices are sky high. Property prices are, the cost of living is definitely high in London. In terms of renting, it really depends. I think, I'm going to be very brief on this question because obviously it's not tennis related, but I think if you're living alone, it's very different. You might buy property and not potentially live in it. You might just rent it out or lease it out because you can get that residual income and then you can live at home with parents. Or you even let out, as you said, if you don't want to live with the parents, and depending on what age you are as well, and you're not married, then renting can be quite a good option. I think if you're married or you're looking to start a family, etc., then buying a house is normally the ideal. Like for example, myself and my wife bought a property. We haven't rented out. We bought it outright. So it is expensive, but obviously if you're married, then you've got 2 incomes, etc. So it's a little bit easier. But you need a bit of help, and also you need to be disciplined as well at times. So it's good. Can't complain. The area is nice and stuff. So I'd recommend living here. It's just, of course, got to be prepared as well. I think for the fact that, for example, the money that you have here doesn't take you as far. Like you can't get as big a property maybe as you would get, for example, maybe in Australia with the same amount of money, right? So, which is what it is. It's just life. Because it's not just in London, it's the suburbs around London are really expensive as well, to be fair. The nicer areas for sure. Even the areas that are not so nice because the transport links are really good. Although that's now less of a factor, I guess, with people working from home, etc., a lot more. So anyways, that's my 2 cents. Right. 2 sets to love up, and Khachanov serving now to start us off in this third set. Yeah, sorry, when I mean bought outright, I mean, as in like we bought it and we're paying a mortgage. That's what I mean. Not bought outright as in like with cash. Right, so Khachanov to start us off, and 4 minutes, 56 seconds since the last point, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Big serve from Khachanov out wide. 15 love. Good start from the Russian. Very good start. Solid. Good serve from Khachanov. Slice down the middle. Here we go. Khachanov goes. I don't know. Has he missed that? No, he's made it. He's clipped the baseline. It says also, I thought you were single. No, I'm not. You probably haven't noticed my wedding ring. No, I've been married for a few years now, actually. Yeah. Not single and not ready to mingle. Right, 30 love here. Khachanov goes down the tee. Nadal just pouring that forehand into the net. So 30 love here to Khachanov. Good little start here. Much better than his previous set when he got broken straight away. Here we go, Nadal. Oh, interesting. That's long from Khachanov, is it? It's a good thing I'm not a line judge. I mean, there's no line judges anyway because it's all Hawkeye now, but it's a good job I'm not Hawkeye then. That goes out. So 30-15 here to Khachanov, but this is so far a good start to this service game and also this set for Khachanov. They want to start or carry on, sorry, even in the same vein. Good serve from Khachanov, 40-15. Very impressive. 12 aces for Khachanov, so definitely. Alex, you need to reword your comment, buddy. What you just said is extremely racist. You need to say Pakistani, buddy. Right, 40-15. And Nadal's gone into net with a backhand, so 1-love. Right, Nadal. Well, he's under a bit of pressure serving second, I guess, as well. Obviously can't get broken because Khachanov's doing, well, he's just done his job on his serve. So he needs to be very careful with that as well. Yeah. Okie dokes. Right. 93% of you saying you didn't say Aussie. Yeah, but it's different. Alex, there's connotations to what you just said. I'm just telling you now, dude, if you do your research on it after this match, you'll understand why I just said it is. But yes, she is Pakistani, yes. Aussie is very different to what you said. You'll find out. That's why YouTube is, I think, taking the comment off. I haven't even done it myself. Right, here we go. Nadal, second serve into the Khachanov backhand. Khachanov going cross court with a forehand. Backhand goes cross court as well. And Khachanov goes long with the forehand. So 15-love. There you go. Nadal, he needs to just look after his serve now. I think he's had a couple of interesting, very interesting service games, which have gone to juice. Actually, I never knew that. Apologies. No problem. Yeah, I just assumed you didn't know, which is why I'm fine. Like, I just said to you, like, just don't say it again. But otherwise, yeah, it's fine. No problem. It happens. If you don't know, what can you do? Right, 15-love and second serve here for Khachanov to have a look at. Oh, good second serve. And Khachanov just mishitting that forehand. Forehand just breaks down at times, doesn't it? It's not ideal from Khachanov whatsoever. I've got a pretty hard stop in about an hour and 10 minutes, and I was hoping this would be over. So, Nadal, please get it done in straight sets. Here we go. Big serve down the tee from Nadal, then whips the forehand cross-court slice from Khachanov deep. Nadal goes in to win with a forehand, and that's clipped the baseline, I think Khachanov has. Yeah, he has. Then good backhand cross-court. Khachanov sticking in the rally here, though. He's staying with Nadal. He's standing his ground. It's a beautiful forehand down the line from Khachanov. Swivels round and crunches that forehand for a clean winner. 30-15 though to Nadal, but Khachanov definitely standing his ground. 151 kilometers per hour forehand. Woo! That is absolutely rapid. That is, what are we talking about? We're talking about 94 miles an hour, I want to say, forehand. Big stuff from Khachanov, but Nadal still in the driving seat, 40-15, or 30-15, sorry, even. Big serve out wide, goes down the line with a forehand. Classic Nadal tactic, then goes into out with a forehand, the trademark forehand, 40-15. And Nadal just swatting away that last point, saying, well, whatever you can do, I can do it too. And crunching that forehand into the open court. Impressive stuff from the Spaniard. Yeah, and the fist bump. We haven't seen any Vamoses, though, to be fair, from Nadal today. A bit disappointing, I have to say. 40-15, big serve out wide. He's liking that serve, Nadal. Out wide's the forehand. And it just, if he hits it flat, it really does rush even the righty on the forehand side because it just kicks off rather than hitting a kick serve or slice serve, angling into the hitting zone. So well played from Nadal, 1-1, and Khachanov now serving to keep it on serve. Obviously, Nadal, if he wins this set, he will be through to round 4. Most likely, I think, facing Karatsev or Mannarino. Not most likely, he will be facing Karatsev or Mannarino if he wins. And then in terms of Khachanov, he has to win this set to have any chance. Obviously, he would need to do it in 5. All fantastic from Khachanov. Good serve out wide. It's the classic slice serve out wide short. Nadal goes cross court. It's a shorter return. Khachanov steps up in the court and hits a beautiful forehand down the line into the open court. 15-love. And Khachanov looking a lot more solid and comfortable, I think, in his game overall, which is good to see. Like, we want to see competitive tennis. Big serve again from Khachanov out wide this time. 30-love. He doesn't look very likely to be broken in this set if he carries on serving the way he has been, to be honest with you. For the last few service games, he's looked pretty damn good. Guys, well, there's over 30 of you in the chat, so thank you for tuning in. If you don't mind, do smash the like button. Please really does help us out, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. And yeah, really appreciate it. And do click the notification bell as well to get alerted to all the new videos. Right, here we go. Khachanov goes second serve into the backhand, then goes up the line with a forehand. Cross-court forehand from Nadal, whips the forehand again. Here we go, forehand to backhand exchange here, and Khachanov's not going to win that exchange, I don't think, to be fair. And he doesn't. It's 30-15, though. He's in an okay position, Khachanov. Nothing to worry about yet at 30-15. All right, here we go. 30-15. All big serve from Khachanov down the tee. Here we go. Forehand from Nadal. Whips it again. Shorter, though. Good backhand from Khachanov. He's in this rally, and he's on the offensive. Standing his ground. Goes into him with a forehand slice from Nadal. He's just surviving, really, in this rally. Oh, it's a beautiful forehand. Beautiful forehand from Khachanov. Really impressive. 40-15 finds the angle. Axon McWell says, hello, everyone. Hi, Axon. Thanks for joining us. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. It says, reason I asked is because foreigners in Australia normally don't hook up with typical Aussie girls because they're quite different. Fair enough. Don't know what to say about that. Fair enough. It says, hello, everyone. I don't think, have we seen Axon before? No, but we have a fair amount of subscribers now, so it's quite hard to keep track at times, but I don't think so. If so, thank you. Matthew says, on this showing, could Nadal versus Zverev be a tight match? I think Nadal, from the back of the court, hasn't been that good. I think Khachanov has made him look a bit better. I'm a Nadal fan, right? So everyone knows this. But Khachanov's made quite a few mistakes. So just there, made a forehand mistake going long. He hasn't really had to endure in grueling rallies, and he would against Zverev. Zverev absorbs pace really well. He has pretty good shot tolerance, well, very good shot tolerance for the most part as well. And Nadal loves whipping the forehand to the backhand side, and Zverev's backhand is elite. So Nadal would need to open up more to the forehand side. He struggled to hit a lot of approaches to that forehand side. I think if that does happen, that matchup, I will probably do a proper broken down preview for it because I've got quite a few thoughts on it. Khachanov goes down the line, but yeah, I don't think it will be a blowout, but in straight sets, I think Nadal will have some success if it does happen. I just think it will be very tough for him. Khachanov makes a mistake going long again from the back of the court. This is what I mean. So Nadal not really having to push him from the back of the court. And now at deuce, he looked very comfortable on his serve for the last few service games. And I think I might have jinxed him because now at deuce, he's under a bit of pressure here. He'll need a couple of big first serves. Here we go. Khachanov going out wide. Good serve. Is it? Oh, I thought that was in. That's a beautiful drop shot, by the way. Anyway. Right. Second serve here, I think. Unless it was a let. I don't have the volume on, so I have absolutely no idea. Let's have a look. Nadal is so far behind. It must be a first serve. Yeah, it is. Good from Nadal, backhand return and slicing down the line on the backhand side. Whips the forehand. Just needs to be deeper with that forehand, Nadal, at times. Good drive, backhand deep, though. And then a drop shot. Khachanov, he does get there. Nadal volleys. Really good play from Nadal. Really good. Mixes it up with that forehand. Drop shot into out, just slicing across the ball. His drop shot is a much improved shot. Then you can see is the drive backhand that sets it up, really. Goes drop shot. Reads that Khachanov is going to go cross court with the approach. And volleys, actually. Steps in and volleys. Past Khachanov, takes it early. It's not a bad idea whatsoever, to be honest with you. So advantage to Nadal on Khachanov's serve. Another breakpoint opportunity here. Can he take it, or will Khachanov save it? That rhymes. It's a half rhyme. Here we go. Advantage to Khachanov. Goes down the tee. Nadal goes backhand into out. He's surviving this rally, slicing, though. Khachanov on the offensive in the middle of the court. Then comes up with the approach and volleys into the open court to save that break point and take it back to juice. Look at that. Net points won. Pretty impressive from both. Khachanov 10 out of 16. Nadal 13 out of 15. So both being relatively comfortable at the net. Good to see that as well. Both players, definitely utilizing that as a change-up, which is good. Nadal going, which I don't know what, maybe he just did something slightly wrong on one of the shots. The margin for error wasn't there. Not sure. I think the depth on the forehand from Nadal, when it's lacking, it can get punished. He needs to be careful because in later rounds, he won't be able to get away with it. It's a good serve from Khachanov on the second serve. It's a quick second serve as well. Advantage to Khachanov. And he took a bit of a gamble there, actually, on that second serve. But it seems to have paid off. Can he now seal the deal and keep it on serve? His match isn't over yet, just because Nadal's 2 sets to love up. He needs to obviously get the break or win a tiebreaker if it goes to that as well. And also keep an eye and look after his serve. Still a long way to go. You go advantage. Khachanov goes to the forehand on Nadal. Nadal nets the forehand return. Khachanov pumps his fist to the crowd. It's still on serve. Nadal will be disappointed with that. To be honest, given that showing in that game, you would expect Nadal to come through that and get the break. But a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes from Nadal, and he doesn't manage to break there. But it's still on serve in this third set. So interesting. Very, very interesting, to say the least. Right, so let's hope that Nadal can get it done in straight sets, man. That's what I'm hoping for. Don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely hoping for that. It would be nice, wouldn't it, if you can just get it done in straight sets? I mean, I'm saying that as someone who is a big Nadal fan, but yeah, it would be nice if he could get it done in straight sets. Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Right, so 2-1 here, and obviously Nadal in a very solid position, but he needs to do his job on his serve here. Good forehand cross court, better depth on the forehand cross court from Nadal, then goes backhand, good depth on the backhand cross court, goes into out, into in, even on the forehand side, goes backhand down the line, and Khachanov goes long with the forehand, slaps the ball away, squash style. Very interesting. Alex says Khachanov could be just one of 4 Russians that Nadal plays the rest of the Australian Open. Well, technically Zverev is German, Alex, but yes, he's of Russian descent. But yes, he could play 3 because he could play Khachanov, Karatsev, and Medvedev. Zverev doesn't count. But yeah, I get what you mean. Right, 15 love. Good serve out wide from Nadal. Oh, well, that's much better from Nadal. Much better. Good kick serve, or sorry, slice serve even out wide to Khachanov. Khachanov with a backhand cross-court return. Nadal reads it and then goes forehand cross-court behind Khachanov as Khachanov makes the gamble to go back across. So 30 love here. This is the type of game Nadal needs, though. He needs a comfortable game here. So far, so good. And that first has just drifted long from Nadal. His speed on the serve has gone down slightly in this third set. So about 6 or 7 kilometers per hour, which is a fair amount. Whips the forehand cross court. Nadal, beautiful volley. Flipping heck, he was moving like a gazelle there. Nadal, really impressive. The forehand cross court was quite short, to be fair. Not really angled correctly. Khachanov managed to do okay on that side. Sliced actually down the line. Nadal read it, moved across. Beautiful volley. The slice on the backhand side of that volley. He clips the net cord as well, though, but very, very impressive. Mo says, can Shapovalov do anything against Zverev? The short answer is no, considering his current form. The long answer is if he finds a bit of form, potentially, but his returning against Zverev's serve is such a bad matchup. He's not returned well at all, and returning is a weakness of his as well. And Zverev's serve is just too big. Good serve from Nadal into the forehand of Khachanov. Khachanov creams the forehand into in for a return win, and he says to the crowd, yeah, come on. And Khachanov's a bit of a character because he's 2 sets to love down, and then he hits a really good shot, right, for a return winner. Fine, fair enough. And then he goes, yeah, come on. And I'm just like, that's fine, but like, you're still losing. If it was on a break point and then you broke Nadal because of it, then I can understand it. But it's a bit of an exaggeration. I feel like you can react like that when you're winning or you're in a position where you've actually done something, but to go from 40 love to 40-15 doesn't really mean much. But we shall see. Maybe he ends up getting the break now. And he could, because Nadal just volleyed into the net. So 40-30. And maybe I've jinxed Nadal here. Oh, dear. Set up the point nicely, Nadal, but it was a good forehand from Khachanov. This is a slice forehand, but relatively low the net. Nadal didn't quite get there well enough, and then volleys into the net. So from 40 love now to 40-30. Khachanov not making it easy for Nadal, saying, yeah, not going to have an easy service game. I said it looked like it was going to be. At the moment, it doesn't look that way whatsoever. 40-30, goes out wide with the serve, then forehand down the line. Whips that, forehand. And Nadal doesn't move. He actually goes with the Radwanska backhand, really. Just crouches down, tries to hit the backhand, back to deuce. Oh, no problem, Alex. No worries. Juice. Right, here we go. Juice now. So Khachanov could get the break, and then maybe I've just put egg on my face because he gets the break and I look stupid for making fun of him. Right. Nadal goes long with that serve. So second serve here now for Khachanov to have a look at. Nadal needs to tidy up here because he can't afford to just lose his set. And also I can't either because I don't have time for this. Come on. Right, second serve into the backhand of Khachanov. Nadal goes into out with the forehand. Cross court from Khachanov into in from Nadal. And he goes straight into the backhand of Khachanov. Khachanov crunches that backhand cross court. Nadal just a bit passive at times. Like, it kind of showed in that point, honestly. It's too predictable. Way too predictable going into in on the forehand side. And he hasn't put enough on it. So it just sits up, really, for Khachanov. And, yeah, he kind of says to himself, yeah, need to be better there. And he does. Right. Let's see. He's going to get the break. I think he is, Khachanov, to be honest with you. Nadal's just, his levels dropped dramatically in the last few points. Oh, serve goes into the net. It's a second serve here now. Khachanov on his toes. He's ready. Nadal goes to the backhand of Khachanov. Nadal then goes into the net. And he gets broken. That's really poor from Nadal. He's 40-love up in that game, and he just gave it away. He literally gave it away. Khachanov, he roars to the crowd, and fair enough. I take it back what I said about him winning that point at 40-love. He manages to get it done. He gets the break, 3-1. And now he'll be serving to consolidate that break to go 4-1 up here now. Khachanov's average second serve speed is 172 kilometers today, and it's 159 kilometers on 2021 in 2021 on the hard court. So clearly ramping it up. Good backhand return from Nadal, and Khachanov goes long with his own backhand. So that's a big mistake from Khachanov. Alex says, what's Khachanov's most effective weapon so far? His first serve. 100% his first serve. Yeah, Khachanov, just that backhand. He hit it quite sweetly, just goes long with it, though. So, love 15. Nadal quite far back at the moment now, very far back on the first serve. Manages to pull back a return. And he actually read that Khachanov was going to go into in, but Khachanov obliges as well and goes into the net. So, even more helpful for Nadal. Love 30. And after just breaking, he's under a little bit of pressure here straight away in his next service game. You'll be thinking, big first serve, please. Yep, he will. He does not find it, so second serve. And Nadal before was nowhere near this far back at the start of this. And second serve, he's gone really far back as well. I don't like that, actually. I prefer when he was further up in the court. I feel like he's gone really defensive. Here we go. Backhand cross court from Khachanov, then a slice from Nadal and a volley from Khachanov. Nadal manages to, tries to pass Khachanov after reading the volley, but Khachanov reads the pass and gets across to volley for 15-30. Very impressive stuff from the Russian. Really impressive movement. Good net play for sure. Yeah, impressive stuff. Really good reach as well to get that backhand volley to put it away for the winner. So 15-30 here. Really important point coming up now here at 15-30. Be hoping to avoid having to save any break points. Big serve down the tee. Nadal, it's a decent, very decent backhand slice down the middle. Good depth. And Khachanov goes into, he doesn't go into, he goes cross court. Tries to drive that forehand and goes long. So 15-40 here. 2 breakpoint opportunities for Rafa Nadal. This is a big, big opportunity to break back. Nadal has to take it now. Otherwise, if he wants to have any chance in this set, Nadal would need to break back now, you would imagine. Otherwise, this set is probably gone for Nadal if he doesn't break here. You would think anyway. Here we go. Khachanov goes out wide, misses the first serve. So second serve here now for Nadal to have a look at. He's so far back, even on the second serve. He wasn't in the first 2 sets. I'm not quite sure why he's now gone so far back. Nadal goes backhand. It's a very short return. That's what I mean. Then if you're going to do that, it's a short return. Khachanov goes into out of the forehand and crunches it. He saves the first break point. That's really poor from Nadal on the return. It's a second serve. He's about 2 feet behind the baseline. And that return he's hit on the backhand side is so short. But Khachanov just stepped up and said, thank you very much. Not quite sure why he's standing so far back on the second serve now. He wasn't doing it in the first 2 sets, and it was working nicely. Bizarre that he's now started doing it. He's just gone back to typering. I don't think it's the right move whatsoever. Another breakpoint opportunity, though, here. Khachanov goes down the tee. Nadal goes backhand. Again, loopy and very short, and Khachanov puts it away. It's just poor. Really, really poor from Nadal, returning-wise. He's getting the balls back in, but it's so short. It's just inside the service box. It's really loopy. It's down the middle, just sitting up for Khachanov to put away. Nadal has to do better on the return if he wants to get the break here. It's now juiced, and Khachanov looks like he's in the ascendancy. He's a break up. He's just saved 2 break points. Nadal not looking particularly effective at the moment. Big serve from Khachanov, but misses the line. Nadal, let's see. Is he gonna... No, he'll still stay back on the second serve. I think it's crazy, but anyway. Goes into the backhand. Nadal goes down the middle of the backhand, but decent depth. Good forehand from Khachanov. Slice from Nadal. He's so far behind the baseline in this point. Khachanov tries to go down the line, and Nadal's got away with that. To be honest with you, at the moment in this game, because of how far back Nadal is, if Nadal's winning points, either from something ridiculous or Khachanov's making a mistake. He's made another mistake there. It really sat up. It was there for the taking, the forehand on the line. He misses it, goes into the tram lines. Advantage Nadal. And Nadal making him play balls, yes, but not being proactive at all, really, in the rallies on Khachanov's serve in the last few points. But he's got another breakpoint opportunity. Can he take it? Big serve into the net. Nadal got second serve to look at, but he's staying in exactly the same position. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Goes across, whips the forehand, but down the middle again. He wants to grind here. I'm not sure why. Backhand to backhand, then forehand to backhand exchange. Nadal slicing to the Khachanov forehand. Goes down the line with the forehand. Nadal whips the forehand cross court into out from Khachanov. It's too big, is it? No, it's not. Nadal gets there. Nadal now with the pass. Khachanov, though, gets there, gets across to the volley and puts it away to save yet another break point. Nadal just so far behind the baseline. What is the point? How are you going to win the point from 2 meters behind the baseline? He's not playing on clay. I don't understand why he started doing it. He wasn't doing it in the first 2 sets. I'm not sure why he's doing it now. It's very, very frustrating to watch, especially as someone who's a fan of Nadal as well. Really frustrating to watch. Yeah, Khachanov now advantage here. So he's got an opportunity, juice, even. So juice number 2. And as I said, I think if Khachanov wins this game, I think we go into a 4th set. I don't think Nadal's going to come back from 4-1. And again, serve down the tee. Nadal barely even gets across there because he's so far back. He barely manages to even move across. So advantage Khachanov. Yeah. He's a good, 5 meters behind the baseline at least. Crazy that he's so far back. Especially when it was working before. He's actually gone further back now. So backhand's gone cross court. Forehand gone cross court as well. It's a slice, and that's gone wide. He manages to save the break points. Khachanov, he goes 4-1 up. Nadal is so far back on the second serves. No idea why. Returned really poorly in that set. Really, really poorly. He's in the first 2 sets, it worked a treat stepping in on the second serve. He was basically on the baseline on the second serve. He's now gone back to tight behind the baseline, really far behind the baseline on the second serve. Exactly about 4 meters behind the baseline. Exactly the same as the first serve. And he basically now is 4-1 down, and a breakdown. He'll have to do it the hard way here. If he's going to win this set, he'll have to hold serve and then try and get a break in the next game, which is going to be extremely tough at 4-2. But we'll see how it goes. Khachanov, though, in a good position here now to go into a 4th set. Just dropped his level Nadal and didn't. I think. He had a game plan and it was working with the first 2 sets. As soon as there was a bit of adversity, he just reverted back to type on the return. And I think that's a little bit crazy, honestly. I know he wants to give himself more time, but on the second serve, when he gave himself less time, he was hitting good second serve returns. Khachanov hardly won. I think he won 1 point on his second serve in that first set. With Nadal basically returning from the baseline on that second serve. Now he's 4 meters behind the baseline. It's so loopy. It's just down the middle. Khachanov's not serving that well on his second serve that you should be respecting it that much. So crazy, really, from my point of view. But anyways, again, he's won 20 Grand Slams and I haven't, so I shouldn't say too much. 4-1 up, though, Khachanov here. Nadal serving to keep it to just a break. Matthew says, Khachanov throwing the kitchen sink to get into this position. Problem for Khachanov is he's not great at maintaining at this level. Offers up too many cheap points, as seen when he went to Love 30. Yep, agreed. Makes quite a few mistakes, and I think Nadal was fortunate, really, to even have those breakpoint opportunities because it was just because Khachanov made mistakes. Nothing more, really. It wasn't because Nadal was returning or playing particularly well in that last game. Double fault to start off. Nadal looks a bit miffed, honestly. I think this is going to be a throwaway set. Honestly, I hate to say it. I wanted him to get it done in straight sets, and he definitely had the opportunities even to break serve and 2 of the service games from Khachanov in this set, but he just hasn't been clinical enough whatsoever. And for me, also a lack of sticking to the tactics from the first 2 sets, which I'm not sure why you change it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Good approach, though, from Nadal after the backhand return from Khachanov, then a good volley on the backhand side to go 15 all even. Yeah, got very good touch in the net, Nadal, very underrated. Everyone obviously talks about Federer's touch in the net, which is sublime. Nadal's is very, very good as well. And Djokovic is now also incredible at the net as well, to be fair. All 3 of those guys, unbelievable at the net. Good forehand on the line from Nadal, good intent. There you go. Hitting from the baseline makes a huge amount of difference. Huge amount of difference when he's stepping up, Nadal, not just conceding and being a foot or 2 behind the baseline in the rallies. And he's 30-15 up now. Much better from the Spaniard. Here we go, 30-15, but obviously a breakdown here. So he needs to get the job done in his serve and then try and see if he can break Khachanov to get it back on serve. Big serve out wide. Whips the forehand cross-court. Khachanov clips the line, actually, with a backhand on the line. Comes forward with a fantastic forehand cross-court and angle. Nadal slicing. It was that backhand up the line, actually, that really set up the point for Khachanov. It was a really good backhand. Clipped the outside of the line, actually, as well. And Nadal just not able to get to that forehand and angle, just angled away from him anyway, on the forehand side from Khachanov. Right, 30 all here, and some danger for sure for Nadal. Needs to be solid in this next point. He doesn't want to have to save a break point. Nadal clips the top of the net and goes long with the first serve. Oh, double faults. That's so poor. That's so poor. Look at that. Breakpoints 1. Nadal's had 12 opportunities. He's converted 3 of them. Says it all. I think it was something like 3 out of 6 or 3 out of 5 after the first couple of sets. He's had quite a few breakpoint opportunities in this set, and he hasn't taken any of them. Khachanov obviously had the one and took it in this set. Big from Nadal. Good serve at 30-14. And Khachanov goes long with the into-out forehand. Gifts, really, the point to Nadal at deuce now. Really, really big gift for Nadal. Juice, and he's hanging in this set, to be honest with you, by a thread, to say it politely, to be fair. There's a lot of pressure on him at the moment now. Khachanov is definitely playing better, I would say, overall. Oh, and Nadal misses the backhand down the line. So advantage Khachanov. Nadal's levels dropped quite substantially in this set, to be fair. After the first 2 games, his level has dropped a huge amount. And Khachanov has said, okay, great, time for me to come into my own. And Nadal's just not being able to get that level back. And he'll need to if he wants to get through this match. Big serve from Nadal out wide. Then a backhand, even down the middle. Then a drop shot. Khachanov gets there, but hits the backhand into the net. So another breakpoint burn. Juice again. This is a really important game for Nadal to win if he wants to have any chance of staying in this set and winning it potentially. Obviously, a double break, and it's Khachanov serving at 5-1. So, yeah, you may as well forget about the set then after that. Here we go. Nadal goes trying to go out wide, misses the first serve. So, second serve here for Khachanov to have a look at. And Nadal goes out wide to the forehand of Khachanov, backhand cross court from Nadal, forehand up the line from Khachanov. Nadal whips the forehand long, so advantage Khachanov. Oh dear. Another breakpoint opportunity for the Russian. He's definitely putting the pressure on Nadal here. Here we go. 4-1 up Khachanov, and now a breakpoint opportunity. Another breakpoint opportunity for him. Nadal goes into the forehand side, then goes into out with the forehand. Forehand down the middle from Khachanov, backhand up the line, then slice from Nadal to the backhand of Khachanov. Drives the backhand, cross court, good depth, then slices. Again, good depth from Nadal, then whips the forehand cross court, and then goes backhand cross court as well. And Khachanov says, okay, I'll make the mistake on the forehand side and goes long. So big mistake from Khachanov. Juice number 3. Nadal, this is a huge hold if he manages to hold here. And I think he'll take confidence going into then the return game. But he needs to hold. I mean, it's easier said than done, right? It's back to Juice, though. Nationals, very, very expressive. There we go. Whips that forehand, does Nadal, then goes into out with a forehand. Very good into out forehand. Good depth on that as well. Advantage to Nadal. The first game point he's had. Can he finally put this away? Obviously, the previous service game, he was 40 love up, if you don't remember, and then it got broken. So that is, yeah, that's not fantastic. Last few games have been very topsy-turvy. Breakpoint opportunities for both players in the last 3 games. Can Nadal, though, just hold here and force Khachanov into having to serve to go 5-2 up? Good serve from Nadal, is it? No, second serve here, I think, for the Russian to have a look at. Nadal, the second serve goes into the body of Khachanov. Khachanov goes wide, and it's 4-2. So very good hold in the end for Rafa Nadal. Obviously, he won't be happy with the position he's in, but it gives him an opportunity now. This is it. It's now or never. He needs to break Khachanov now if he wants to have an opportunity to still win this set, I would say. But we shall see, because potentially 5-3. I mean, I doubt he's gonna fold. To be honest with you, Khachanov at that point. But yeah. Oh, fantastic from Khachanov. Really impressive serve, and then backhand on the line. Here we go, 15 love. Right, 15 love here. Khachanov. Is it another bug? It is as well. Hilarious. Hey? Oh, I don't know what's happened there, but anyways. Right, 15 love. Oh, it's a drop shot from Khachanov, but goes into the net. Oh. Alex says, have you got that thing in England to don't be a Karen? It's gained popularity in Australia over the last 6 months. Yeah, it is here in the UK as well. It's a very strange thing, but yeah, it's quite funny. Anyway, 15. Here we go. Khachanov's gone out wide. Nadal backhand return, not bad. Then whips. Oh, it's a chance. It's a huge chance for Nadal. He gets across to that forehand. It's a chance to pass Khachanov, and he whips the forehand into the tram lines. It's a big point. He goes 15-30 there, and Nadal's knocking on the door, but 30-15 now to Khachanov. I'm not quite sure if he's going to be able to get an opportunity here to break, if I'm being honest with you. Big serve out wide, Nadal. Oh, he loops it into the tram lines. He loops the forehand into the tram lines. It's 4-15 to Khachanov. Oh dear. Nadal looks a bit like, I don't know, angry, upset, something. He just doesn't look happy. And well, don't blame him, but it's a bit strange to see him be so expressive like that. Good serve from Khachanov. Clips the net cord. Here we go. Lob from Nadal, though. Khachanov does get there. And Nadal puts away an easy volley, though, in the end. Good point from both. Really impressive stuff from Khachanov and from Nadal as well. Nadal just wipes the sweat off. And it's 40-30, though. So still got a game point here, Khachanov. And yeah, 5-2, I think it's sets all over, to be honest with you. Yeah, as much as I'd like to say that it's not. Expression, yeah, or phrase, yeah. Expression or phrase, either will do. 4-2 and 40-30 here. Khachanov in the driving seat in this third set. Big serve out wide. Nadal, yeah, goes into the tram lines. Yeah, the returning from Nadal has not been great. Khachanov's definitely ramped up the serving for sure, but the second serve returning has been poor. He didn't really have any second serves to look at there, to be fair, though, to Nadal. 5-2 to Khachanov, and he's now in the driving seat of this set. He's one game away from taking us into a fourth. Nadal will be extremely disappointed, to be honest with you, with how this set's gone. He's had opportunities. It could easily have been 5-2 to Nadal, but he hasn't been clinical at all on the break points. Then also in that game where he was 40 love up, right? I mean, it's just really poor in the big points, I think, in this set. 13 aces for Khachanov, 3 for Nadal. Yeah, interesting to see how the rest of this set goes. Now, can Nadal still hold serve and try and pressure Khachanov at 5-3? But the way he's been serving Khachanov, is going to be quite difficult, I think, to expect him to break at that point. All right, here we go. Nadal just taking his time, as he does. I just imagine someone using that expression on Khachanov. Yes, I'm sure lots of people have, to be fair. I'm sure lots of people have. Right, so Nadal's going to have to do it the hard way here. He's going to have to do it the real hard way, to be honest with you. At 5-2 down in this set. I mean, he needs to look after his serve first and then hope that he can get some type of opportunity really on the Khachanov serve. Here we go. Nadal goes down the tee to the backhand of Khachanov. Khachanov goes down the middle. Nadal goes in to win with the forehand. Good depth, though, from Nadal. Much better in terms of the depth that we're finding. He's hitting the ball a bit flatter and deeper. That's what you need. Needs to be rushing Khachanov, not just looping that ball up short and letting Khachanov latch onto it. So much better intent from Nadal. This time goes again down the tee, but goes just long. Nadal catches the return, gives it to the ball boy or ball girl. Here we go, second serve here. into interesting, very interesting return from Khachanov. It was, like a paw, really, like this. And Nadal puts away the in-to-win forehand. Khachanov not setting himself up very nicely with that return, honestly, but Nadal doing what he needed to do. There's a slice from Khachanov, and Nadal pounced on the forehand slice, just absolutely cracking that in-to-win forehand for a winner. Here we go, 30 love. Good serve out wide. Decent return from Khachanov, in-to-win from Nadal. Khachanov goes back and cross-court. Nadal, oh my gosh, he's surviving in the rally. And then Khachanov absolutely slaps a forehand down the line. I'm not joking. He's literally slapped it. It is just so flat, but it's a ridiculous shot. I don't know how he's pulled that off. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's just slapped 163 kilometers per hour. That's like 100 miles an hour. That's a ridiculous forehand. 30-15, though, to Nadal still. Let's see, he'll need something special in this set. Can he find it? He needs to obviously hold serve first, but the next game is going to be crucial if he manages to get to that. Every game for Nadal now needs to win to stay in this set. 30-15 goes out wide to the backhand of Khachanov. Yep, Khachanov goes into the net with the backhand return. 40-15. So Nadal has an opportunity here to go 5-3 up and force Khachanov to serve for the set, which is what you always want. You don't want to give it up on your serve. Here we go. 40-15 goes out wide. Oh, I think that's a let. I could be wrong. Here we go. Nadal misses the first serve. So second serve here now. 40-15 second serve for Khachanov to have a look at. Goes into the forehand of Khachanov. Khachanov goes long, so 5-3. Here we go. I think Nadal's going to change his racket or something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's going to his chair. Alex says Rafa has to conquer the Soviet Union to win the Australian Open from here. Fair enough. Yeah, I think he's changing rackets, yeah. Oh, he's taking all the rackets to the stringers. Interesting. Has he used 3 rackets in this match already? He likes the strings being really tight than Nadal, I think, doesn't he? Right, here we go. Now, if I'm Nadal, I'm not standing as far back as he is on the second serve, especially how well he's returned in the first 2 sets. But with new balls as well, I think he's going to stay that far back. Let's see, new balls here. Khachanov, yeah, everything really in his favor with the new balls, honestly. But second serve here. Now, let's see. Does he go up in the court? No. What is the point? Sorry, just really bugging me. Second serve. Nadal goes down the middle with the backhand straight into the forehand of Khachanov, who goes down the line. Here you go, Khachanov on the offensive with the forehand. Nadal whipping the forehand cross court, then goes down the line with the backhand. Really good backhand on the line from Khachanov. Slice from Nadal into in from Khachanov, then goes cross court with the forehand, really targeting the backhand of Nadal. Goes cross court with the backhand. Nadal whips the forehand long. Oh dear, 15 love. I hope he's not changing from Bablet to head just to stir up Novak. No, he's not, don't worry. He's not. Yeah, I mean, this is just... yeah, anyways, enough said about this. The better on the second serve returning. It's just going to really bug me. If he does it for the next set as well, he's going to get screwed. He's going to really struggle. Really struggle. First serve from Khachanov into the forehand of Nadal. Nadal goes into the net. So 30 love. This is going to be an easy hold. Easy hold for Khachanov. Easy as you like. Right, 30 love here and 2 points away from this third set, Khachanov. Big serve out wide. Nadal, that's a very good return. Cross court with the backhand. Then goes down the line with the backhand. He's in the rally here. Needs to make it count, though. Cross court forehand. Nadal slices short. Khachanov comes up in the net, gets the net cord, and he gets the rub of the green. It hits the net cord and drops over. So 40 love here to Khachanov. Alex says, come on, Rafa. Well, I think this set is gone, buddy. I think this set is absolutely gone. And Nadal's going to have to reset in the next set. But if he plays like how he did in this set, he's going to lose the next set as well, to be honest with you. And it could go to 5. And who knows from there? It's a lottery, the 5th set then. Khachanov, 40 love here. Goes out wide. Nadal misses the return, goes long. So Khachanov takes the 3rd set, 6 love. Let's go through the 3rd set stats. I was hoping that this match would be over by now. Nadal would have taken the 3rd set. He definitely had opportunities to, but unfortunately not clinical enough. And then a huge dip in form from Nadal. Right, set 3. Let's have a look. 3 aces from Khachanov, none from Nadal. A huge difference, right? He served aces, if I'm not mistaken, every single set. No double faults though, but first set percentage only 53%, really low. 71% for Khachanov, 72% of first serve points won compared to 69%, about the same. But second serve points won, this is a difference, right? So in the first and second sets, Khachanov was losing. He lost, I think, every point apart from 1 out of 11 on the second serve in the first set. This set, he's won 6 out of 10 because Nadal's just stood so far back and just let him have it, really. So defensive in the returning. Nadal 50% on his second serve. Winners and unforced errors 16-15 for Khachanov. That's the first set that he's had where he's had more winners than unforced errors. And for Nadal, 7 winners to 8 unforced errors. Net points 1. Nadal's only come to the net 3 times as well. Probably not ideal considering that when he's come to the net, he's been quite effective. Overall, just not a pretty forgettable set for Nadal, honestly. He's going to have to reset now and hope that he can find a bit more of that form that he had in the first 2 sets because, honestly, if he plays like he did in that set, it's going to be going into a 5th set unless Khachanov's level suddenly drops extremely low, honestly. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Just going to grab some socks. Oh, here we go. Nadal starts off. Great timing. Goes down the tee to the backhand of Khachanov, down the middle, the return. Nadal then whips the forehand to the backhand side of Khachanov again. Good backhand, though, from Khachanov down the line. And Nadal goes along with the backhand. I'm telling you now, Khachanov's tails up. This is going to be a nightmare for Nadal now. He should have been clinical when he had the chance because now Khachanov's got a lot of confidence. He's going to have to bat Khachanov away with a lot better level than he had in that 3rd set. We'll see. Obviously, we know he can do it, but he's not had a lot of match practice as well. Big serve, though, from Nadal. Much better in ace as well. And he pumps his fist, and he should, because that's exactly what he needs. He needs some easy points on serve. He just needs to look after his service game. It's so easy to say, but if he just finds those serves, find the corners like he was doing in the first set, he'll be in a position then to actually challenge Khachanov on the return. But I feel like he's just worrying a lot about his own service game. Here we go. Big serve down the tee, comes forward, whips the forehand, then a good volley. It's a good get, though, from Khachanov. And in the end, though, Nadal volleying at an angle, and Khachanov can't get to that second volley. Very good from Nadal. Much better. Thing is, Nadal's much better when he's moving forward, right? Like whether it's coming to the net or at least being proactive on the baseline. As soon as he's 2 meters behind the baseline trying to hit with you, it's just like, what's the point? He's not getting the velocity on the ball that he needs to push the opponent back anyway, and then invites the opponent on. Big serve from Nadal, and the return from Khachanov goes along. So good stuff from Nadal. 4-15. Much better from Nadal, just managing to find some first serves, which is what he needs. He needs those first serves. He needs them badly. Good serve from Nadal out wide. Whips the forehand in to win. Again, goes down the line with the forehand. It's a really good forehand, by the way. He's hit that like a half volley, really. Really good forehand from Nadal. Extremely good. All right, here we go. Big serve from Khachanov. Oh, Nadal goes down the line with the backhand. Oh, it's a missed opportunity. Goes into out with the forehand and goes long with it. Missed opportunity for sure. All good from Nadal. Nadal goes cross court again with the backhand and goes down the line with the forehand. Really impressive stuff from Nadal. 15 all. Right, so 30-15 to Khachanov. Big serve. Good start from Khachanov. That's what you need, right? I mean, he needs big serves to get him out of trouble. He needs to be in a position that he can gain some free points, and he's managed to do that in that past set. Can he do the same in this one? Big serve from Khachanov, but that's just gone wide from Nadal. Just FYI as well, if this match goes on for another half an hour, then I'll need to go in about 20 minutes. Just as FYI, because this match started so late. I mean, it started over an hour later than it's supposed to. Nadal flicks that return winner on the forehand side down the line for a winner. So a very, very good return from Nadal. Much better. And he stepped in. Look at that. It's amazing what he can do when he stepped in. Crazy. I don't know why he stopped doing that. Thank you, Nadal. The second serve, exactly what you should be doing. Really impressive from Nadal. More aggressive, which is what you want to see. 30 all here. An opportunity to open up a break point. Big from Khachanov. Poured into the forehand side from Nadal. Whips that cross court, does Nadal. And then goes down the line with the forehand. Slice from Khachanov. Nadal goes into out with the forehand. Huge into out forehand from Rafa Nadal. 30-40 and a breakpoint opportunity here for the Spaniard. Really impressive stuff from Nadal. Much, much better. Really good from... Really, really good from Nadal, but he now needs to convert. Can he get the early break point here? If he does, it's a huge bonus, but he's got to make it count. Got to be clinical. Such a good forehand. Trademark into out forehand. Really impressive stuff. Big serve from Khachanov out wide, but misses the mark. So second serve here now. Goes into the backhand of Nadal. Nadal goes into in. Then a slice from Nadal. Khachanov goes into out with a forehand. Beautiful forehand from Khachanov. Saves the break point with a big into out forehand. And just, yeah, brushes off that break point like it was nothing. Impressive stuff from the Russian. Really, really impressive stuff from the Russian, to be fair. I mean, he did well, right, to just brush it off and say, yeah, okay, well, that's fine. Juice here, second serve, though, for Nadal to have a look at. He stepped back up in the court. Thank you, Nadal. Much better from Nadal. Goes backhand, cross court. Khachanov goes down the line with a forehand. Nadal's in the rally, though. Yeah, huge forehand from Khachanov. Nadal somehow still in the rally. Fantastic defensive work from Rafa Nadal. Unbelievable defensive work. Such good depth from the slices and lobs. And it's now advantage again to Nadal. Breakpoint opportunity once again. Khachanov making the mistake, taking the forehand into the tram lines. Very, very impressive stuff from Rafa Nadal. Oh, very impressive stuff from Nadal. Really, really impressive. Right, here we go. So another breakpoint opportunity for the Spaniard. Khachanov goes out wide with a serve. Short return from Nadal. Nadal then goes backhand up the line. Beautiful stuff from Nadal. He gets the break. What a pass on the backhand side. 2-love. Nadal gets the break early doors here in this fourth set. Here we go. 2-love up here and the early break. Really, really impressive stuff from Nadal. Really, really good. Right, here we go. Nadal 2-love up here and got the early break. Goes into the backhand of Khachanov, and Khachanov goes long with the return. So this is what Nadal needs to do. Just needs to be really solid behind the serve, be compact, and make sure he looks after his serve. Right, that's all you can do. Use the break up now. Make sure he doesn't get broken. It's so easy to say, I know, but if he does that, he will be through to the next round. two really good first sets, to be fair. But the third set let him down. But so far in this fourth set, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but so far so good. Really good from Nadal. Approach shot, then a backhand volley. Khachanov does really well to get across, to be fair. Then hits a forehand, trying to hit a forehand pass. Goes into the net, though. Unfortunately for him, he's definitely played some really good points, Khachanov. Just hasn't quite been as consistent. It would be amazing to see him play consistently, because when he does, he is such a nightmare to play against. He's got a huge amount of ability for sure. Right, here we go. 30 love here, Rafa. Goes out wide, misses the first serve. 2 hours and 31 minutes gone of this contest so far. And Nadal goes second serve into the Khachanov backhand. The backhand goes wide. So 40 love here to Rafa Nadal. And he's very much in the driving seat here. To go 3 love up would be a big, big statement. Here we go. 40 love needs to be clinical, right? I mean, the last set he was 40 love up on the service games, and he then ended up going to juice and then getting broken. And that's how the rot of that second set, or third set, sorry, even started. It needs to get it done ASAP. Here we go. 40 love. Big serve out wide. And again, it clips the net cord but goes out this time. So second serve here. Oh no, it's a double fault. What am I talking about? 40-15. Oh dear. Let's hope he's not doing what he did in that third set, because if he does, he's in a lot of trouble. That's all I'm going to say. Khachanov thinking, yep, I've got a little bit of an inroad here. I've done it before. I can come back from 40 love down on the return game and win. That's what he'll be thinking. Big serve from Rafa down the middle. And yeah, very good. That's what he needs. He needs a couple of those serves into the corners. Beautiful serve down the tee. And Khachanov does get a racket on it, but doesn't manage to get over. So 3 love, and Nadal in a very good position now here in this fourth set. 16 minutes gone. What can he do now? Guys, well, I'm going to have to go in 10 minutes. So, well, probably it won't be the end of the set in about 10 minutes, but I need to go, unfortunately. It's been a very good stream, though. Thanks for those as well who've tuned in. Please remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Really does help us out a great deal. Good to have old and new faces in. If you've already liked and subscribed, I do appreciate it. If not, please do get involved. And yeah, like and subscribe to the channel. Actually, let me know in the chat as well. When I leave, do you want me to leave the score up in the stream and then I can end it when the match is over? Because basically I'll be out and about. Let me know if you do. Otherwise, I'll just stop the stream when I go, I guess, which is fine as well. Right, here we go. So Rafa 3 love up in this fourth set, and he'll be hoping final set of this match. Right, Rafa. Yeah, someone says Rafa indeed. Yeah. Here we go. Love 3 here. Khachanov serving to keep it to just that single break. It's a second serve, is it? Or first serve? That might be first serve. Not sure if that dropped in off the net cord from Khachanov. No, it is a first serve. Nadal up in the court, which is good to see. Slice deep and down the line. Nadal goes down the line with the backhand, then whips the forehand cross court. Oh, Khachanov goes up the line and goes into the tram lines. So, love 15 and a small little inroad here, early doors for Nadal, which is, yeah, good for the Spaniard. He'll be thinking, need to take all the chances I can get. And I don't blame him because Khachanov has served extremely well at times. So any opportunities presented to Nadal, they're thinking, I've got to take these. I really do. We go, yeah. Oh, big from Khachanov. Good volley. Nadal gets there. He's sticking in the rally, but I think that lob is going to go long, and it does. Yeah, very good stuff from very good stuff in the end from Khachanov, just dictating in the point. Very clean in that point with the volleys as well. So 15 all here. Nadal just sorting out his boxer shorts and his trousers and shorts and all sorts. Love it. All right, 15 all. Big from Khachanov, but misses the serve. The second serve here now. Khachanov goes into the backhand of Rafa. Nadal goes cross court, clips the net cord, and stays on his side. He can't believe it. He's like, please go over, please. Just give me that slice of luck I need. 30-15 here, though, to Khachanov. Yeah, do let me know, guys. So I'm going to go in about 5 minutes. Let me know if you want me to keep the score up until the end of the match, which I'm assuming is going to be the end of this set from the way this is going so far. And I can just then end the stream then. If you are like, no, it's fine, no, don't need to do the score, then I can always just shut the stream off when it's when I've gone. Actually, I'm not happy with the first serve. Slaps the ball away after it comes back towards him. 30-15 here. The second serve into Nadal's backhand, into in. Then goes huge with the into out back forehand. Sorry, even Nadal absolutely cannons that towards the corner, and Khachanov ends up going long with the forehand. So 30 all here. There we go. Khachanov just rocking back and forth in his serve. Good serve down the tee, and then goes down the line with the backhand. Nadal goes down the line as well, slicing to the backhand of Khachanov. Again, slicing with this time cross court, but drifts it long. So it's 40-30 to Khachanov. And Nadal's like, what am I doing? It's like, got to do better there. Yeah, it's true. Could do better there. Right, 40-30 to Khachanov. Goes big into the backhand, and Nadal down the middle goes Nadal. And then a huge forehand from Khachanov. 3-1. He goes cross court with that forehand from the middle of the court position. And it's 3-1 here. Nadal still a break up, though. And he'll now be serving for 4-1. Yeah, 146 kilometers per hour. Guys, I am going to go. Do you want me to leave the score up? Let me know in the chat if possible, please. Because I've got a hard stop and this match started so late. Let me know. Here we go. Nadal goes out wide, misses the first serve. Goes into the backhand of Khachanov, crunches a forehand down the line, then goes down the middle with the backhand. Goes again down the middle of the backhand. Khachanov goes long with the forehand. So 15 love to Nadal, and just too comfortable for the Spaniard here at the moment. Khachanov just making a few too many mistakes on the return game. Here you go, 15 love to Nadal. Nadal going out wide to the backhand side, and the backhand from Khachanov going long. So 30 love to Nadal. Very comfortable so far for the Spaniard. yeah, guys, after this game, I'm going to go. So let me know if you want to keep the score up, or if you want me to just end the stream, which is fine as well. Otherwise, I can leave the score up, and when the match ends, I can end the stream. But I'll be out and about, but I can do it via my phone. Big serve from Nadal, then goes cross court with a forehand. And Khachanov goes into the net, actually, there, trying to go backhand cross court. So 40 love. Nadal just having it all his own way so far on the serve anyway in this set. So far, so good for the Spaniard. Pretty comfortable, which is what he needs. Here we go, 40 love. Nadal going down the tee, but I think that's a let, so it will be a first serve. Here we go, Nadal at 40 love. All goes into the backhand side. Backhand cross court. Nadal whips the forehand cross court, then goes down the line with the forehand. It's huge from Khachanov, clips the baseline. Khachanov still in the rally here. Nadal going cross court with the forehand. Down the middle goes Nadal, as does Khachanov. Then a slice to the backhand corner of Khachanov. Oh, Khachanov slices into in from Nadal. It's big. Khachanov surviving overhead from Nadal, and he puts it away for 4-1. So Nadal is 4-1 up. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Please remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And also click the notification bell as well, because we will be doing more streams like this. We do roundups each day as well, and we do collabs. Thank you for those who have already liked and subscribed to the channel. I need to go because I had a hard stop at 1:10 UK time, and this match started so late. But I can leave the score up for you guys if that's helpful at all. And obviously you guys can interact in the chat as well. And I'll end the stream when the match is over, which should be, I'd imagine 15 minutes. So yeah, see you guys soon. Thank you very much.